Realistically, I don't think we're going to see an immediate GTG.
No, I don't think either of these runners are going to be doing that. This is a pretty close matchup.
Yeah.
I think it should be fun to see how it goes. Should be going here soon. Pretty typical settings. If anyone in the chat has questions, of course, please ask. If you're wondering why there's no one behind us, everyone's racing.
Yeah. We have a copious amount of matches.
Yeah. Which is an understatement. Nope. I'm getting echoes again, but...
Yeah, it might just be sometimes picking up.
Yep. Okay, that's better now, I think. Yeah.
I think we have to not face each other as much.
I think so, because then our mics pick each other up.
Yep.
Alright, though. What?
So we're going to have 3 stones to get the bridge open. We're going to have Shadow Spirit medallions to get the boss key for Ganon's castle.
Which is why starting with a Shadow medallion is so nice. And the Light medallion dungeon, whichever one it is, we'll see later, is pre-completed. So you never need to touch it. Which is great if it's Spirit Temple. It's kind of not so much if it's DC.
Furthermore, we start with Prelude, Furores, and Lens.
Correct.
But we do not start with magic.
No.
So they're just nice, pretty little things to look at.
For now. But starting with Prelude does mean that one of the 12 song checks is replaced by an item. It can be anything. It is often junk. It can be any song check and any item. It is often junk, but we did have a seed in the online brackets where the first hookshot was on the Saria song check, and one runner kinda forgot it.
Well, I'm going to give the runners a break, and I'm going to say that Prelude was meant to be on Storms as we get started.
We'll see. Alright, we have Jabu, Spirit, Fire, Forest is pre-completed.
Let's see. Dodongo's is Fire.
Deku, DC. I missed the other meds. I missed the... Okay, we'll get another look eventually from Lefty. Let's see. Foolish is DC, Fountain.
Yep.
Domain, and OGC. Okay, so Jabu, Spirit, Fire are our stones. Forest is pre-completed. I caught that Deku and DC are the Forest and Fire meds.
Yep.
And then I'm not sure between Shadow and...
Water.
And Water, which one's which. The Water and Spirit meds, so we'll get a look at that again later for Lefty, because he hasn't checked yet.
We've also got the immediate split where Lefty's going child first, whereas Chuckles is staying adult.
Yep.
So we're going to see challenge chickens.
Yep. Let us know if audio's a little wonky. It's a little hard to tell sometimes from here. But yeah, some interesting Foolish hints today. DC is a Fire Medallion and Foolish, so we are not touching it unless Burning Cack is required, which is nice to know.
Yep.
Fountain Domain nerfs a lot of checks. We're not going to see those for a while. No Rush Ice, probably. 20 is dead. 30 is dead. Perfect.
Good stuff, so we'll only need 10.
And OGC is just one of those really annoying checks. It's usually not required, but if it is, it tends to be a, oh, come on, game.
Well, it puts your Strength 3 chances at basically 0. Not entirely 0, because Light Trial exists.
Yeah, but it is unlikely, especially because Spirit is one of our stones, and that's a very high item requirement dungeon. You're not getting there for a while.
Really, the worst case scenario for that would be whatever. Honestly, Kokiri's sword would probably be the worst. Okay, Sun's on Epona.
Yep.
That's a good find early for skulls.
Oh, yeah. Although 20 and 30 are dead, so...
But it makes it really quick to get your 10 done, and also it makes it easier to do the damn check.
For sure. And audio seems good. Thank you, Golden.
You also don't have to double dip graveyard. Hello.
Oh, big chest. Yeah, because we've got... Well, we'll have to go back for Composer Grave, but we can at least get Sun's on Grave. Nice wallet.
So, one wallet in Shield Grave. Now we're going to see what Damp's Race is. We'll see, do we get a peek at the box? We do.
Heart Piece in the tower and Heart Piece in the crate. No, I didn't manage to catch the Water and Spirit match, Dostar. Those got missed.
Well, we know we're down to about 2 dungeons that they can be. It's just which one is which.
Yeah. We'll see it from Lefty, I assume. Just haven't gotten to it yet.
Yep. So, Damp is a jerk. He likes to throw fire at you.
Yep.
And throw it in the doorway.
Believe Shadow is the Spirit Medallion. Thank you, Golden. Which means water is the vanilla water med. Okay, good info.
Yep. So long shot not required unless we need Burning Cack.
Yep, might logically be required for Spirit Temple, but these runners really don't care.
I'm trying to think of where a long shot would be required for Spirit.
Right hand has a small key.
Oh, okay.
It can, and we already have a Pono, so it cannot be for GTG access.
Yep. Hovers.
Ooh, hovers.
So hovers early is interesting. 20 sticks is also nice.
That's always fun, yeah. Especially with the Deku tree being the forest med. Depending on what song that is, you might not get the Kakiri sword for a while. So it's nice to have that.
Yeah.
Pick upgrade instead.
And there's not a whole lot you need Kokiri sword for because sticks are just better.
Yep.
We'll see what our storms check is. That's a hook shot on Windmill.
That is a hook shot.
That may be the only hook shot we see.
Quite possible, since we were just discussing that. That's the jump.
Do a little bit of a walk around, and early hook shot is always good to have.
It is. It's one of those things that itself doesn't open up much, but not getting it for an hour really sucks.
And Bolero. So that's another song check.
It is. That is also our first access to Crater, because we don't have a single way to blow up Blink the Goron right now.
But we do have 2 ways to cross the crater back to Goron City.
Yes, we do. Ooh, so Frogs 1 is a bomb shoot. That is fun.
Yeah.
That it might actually be interesting, depending on when we get storms and we get other explosives.
And on the roof has money.
But so far, not super interesting start. Lefty really found absolutely nothing in Child 1. Didn't go all the way to carry Lost Woods because bit of a hike and decided to go back to Adult Cack instead.
Yeah.
Adult Cack also being mostly a snooze. Bolero is not the most interesting of Bolero's not the most interesting of songs.
The one benefit Lefty will get is they don't have to double back for Hard Piece Grave. They can just go ahead and knock that out.
Yeah, although Chuckles may be able to route it with the Composer Grave later, depending on matters.
Might also route it as Child Link with Damp.
Yep. Looks like we can head up DMT now for Chuckles, see what we get up there.
Yep. Went ahead and bought a shield.
Yep. Nice to get early, especially we've got the wallet, so we don't have to worry about money right now.
Yeah.
We might need to think about fire at some point. It is a stone, but that is going to be for a bit. Yeah, Chuckles, DC is foolish. You can't even get in there to begin with, but don't go DC today, unless no burning cack is required.
Looks like, oh, big chest in DMT.
That was a big chest? I couldn't tell.
It looked like it had the texture for the big chest.
Lefty jumped right over the box there. Oops, there we go.
Getting a wallet. All right, into there. Looks like a red rupee in the wall.
Have hovers to get that blue beam, but we don't need to.
Yeah. Instead, we're going to get...
Sonatime.
Okay.
That's not the thing we wanted.
What, you mean you don't want to have DTG toilet be required?
Well, it'll be interesting for us. I don't think the runners will like it this much.
They'll be fine. Alright, so it looks like Chuckles is not going to do the graveyard. Oh, Chuckles already did the graveyard. That's right.
I was going to say what? He already did that. Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be Lefty now doing the graveyard.
Yep. But gonna do Child Market here for Chuckles into Ranch. The same thing Lefty did at the start. Long for Lefty. A pretty standard opening. They really haven't found anything to get them meaningfully out of Tier 0, basically.
Yeah.
Like, Hookshot doesn't really do much of anything on its own. Hovers don't really open anything themselves. You don't have much to do in GTG.
Really, one of the best things they could get actually would be not go on, probably bombs.
Bombs would help a lot. A bow would get them meaningful access into Forest Temple, which might be interesting.
Yeah, but Forest is Light Medallion.
Oh, point. Good catch, I forgot.
DL would be good to get into Zora's Domain for eventual Jabu access, because that is required.
Unfortunately, it doesn't do much right now. Fountain Domain is foolish, but River could be something with those hovers.
Yep. Requiem wouldn't be bad. Here's Bow.
Speaking of, and okay, Water Shadow confirmed on the Meded layout now.
Yep.
Actually, did Lefty not do Child Shooting Gallery? I thought he did. But...
He did not. He didn't have the money. He went straight Child and went straight to the ranch to get the song.
Okay.
First is Flame Check and a small key from a Scarecrow, it looked like.
Okay.
Now, I don't know which Scarecrow blocks 2 checks. Because I know Pierre blocks the top of Fire Temple.
If it's a Scarecrow duel, then that's going to be Fire.
Okay.
Was it Dead and a small key, or a small key and Dead?
Small key and Claim Check.
Oh, funny game.
So, we need the big Goron hint to know if it's small key and Dead.
Yep. Which hint stone was that? I missed it.
That was Hyrule Castle 1.
Yep. Yeah. Sorry, I was reading chat. Not chat, Discord for a minute there.
Oh, good.
Because, being on comms does not relieve me of admin duties.
Looks like we're getting some chain money here from Chuckles.
Yep, always good to have a bit. Need to buy some scrubs in Lost Woods and all that.
Looks like now we're going to see Lefty head over towards DMT.
Yep, same thing as what Chuckles did earlier, not surprising.
Yeah. I'm starting to think that, well, there's, you know how there's always like an angel and a devil on somebody's shoulder?
Yep.
The devil on my shoulder saying Valley Lake, the angel on my shoulder saying just go to Woods.
Honestly, it could be either. We're kind of, because as mentioned earlier, we haven't really gotten out of Tier 0 a bit, although Bow does make GTG more appealing, I guess.
Yes.
But otherwise, we don't have a lot of appealing options. We don't have any path hints right now.
Well, actually, hold on. We have Bow, Hovers, and Hookshot, which is a lot of GTG access.
Yeah, no, GTG I think is going to be the next play after they clear out like Child, I think.
Although, with Bow in hand, you can stop Link the Goron.
And it just does only open up 1 check since you already have Bolero and Hovers.
Yes. But it also, if you wanted to route Adult Lost Wood, you could do it that way. Although, if you're going to do that, you probably want to have either Saris or Minuet. And Bombs. Or Hammer.
Yeah.
Like we're getting a wall check from Lefty. It is a red rupee.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like GT...
I think Lefty's taking a look at the first check of Fire, which is not a terrible play.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't have enough health. That would be a problem. Never mind.
Yeah. Lefty not doing Market Shooting Gallery is probably going to come back to bite him a little bit if he goes to GTG.
Yeah, he is walking out of Temple of Time here, so this might be a GTG play, which would bite. Yeah.
It could be... It would make sense. Now, there could be a bow in GTG.
It is possible. We don't know that there are 3 bows. We have no patents.
There could also be something else important on there that'll send Lefty on a completely different path.
Also entirely possible. Save that from Chuckles. Oh, funny.
Well, Child Spawn doesn't really matter.
Not much. I mean, if we need the OOT song for some reason, that'll be nice, but that's about it.
Looks like Chuckles is going to head over to Forest here.
Yep.
And as you predicted, Lefty is going to head over to GTG.
Makes sense at this point. Unfortunately, we know there was a bow there.
Oh, it's only going to be missing. Oh, really is going to be missing 3 checks? Maybe 4?
2 in the lobby, 2 in G, 2 on the statue room in Pierre, and HBA. It's 6.
Ooh. Yeah, because HBA is available. Yeah, that's pretty
Fortress is not foolish in this seed, so.
bad. Yeah.
Or not hinted foolish. It might turn out to be foolish, but it's not hinted.
Yeah.
He doesn't have, he has Sunsong. It's not marked on the tracker, but he does have Sunsong from Ranch. Nothing in Midas' house.
That's unfortunate.
The lefty, I was going to say, doesn't have time of day for HBA, but he has Suns, so.
Yeah.
That would not have been a consequential matter for him. I'm pretty sure he also has hovers for the tracker. I apologize. It's we're kind of all de-rusting. How does SGL work again in person?
I do like that Lefty's taking the time to go ahead and pick up these couple of skulls just because they're pretty much free.
Yeah, because even though 20 and 30 are dead, 10 can very much be required, and it can really trip you up. We've seen that multiple times in the... We saw that several times in the online tournament.
And 10 is pretty much a sphere 0.
Basically.
Big chest.
That is big chest and Hammerocks.
Oh boy. Going into the carpenter's house.
Kokiri Forest was a bust and a half.
Yep.
Absolute junk. I think there was like a heart piece or something in Mido's house, and that was it.
Let's see what the hint says.
Wasteland is dead. Okay.
Nice.
I would have liked to path in first. Bomb bag on burning hack. Funny.
Well, that's not required.
That is DC is the fireman. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Wait, bomb cheese aren't in logic, are they?
They're not.
Okay, yeah, that's not required. If bomb cheese were in logic, this could get really funny.
Skull Mask is dead.
Yep.
And there's our first bottle. Big Pose is now available.
Yeah.
But yeah, Burning Cack is not our first bomb bag, and we are never touching DC this seed, is basically what that means.
That would be so funny, though. Looks like we're setting up a Death Warp.
But that we now know as well that that's how... That is our song check replaced by an item. A major item, one that we mercifully don't need. Can you imagine if Dins was the item there?
Gosh.
Although they would at least know, oh, we need it.
Yep. Or, Rudo's letter.
Rudo's would be funny.
Yeah.
Now the mean one would be strength too. Would be a strength upgrade on there. Spirits of Stone. We know we don't need OGC.
Yeah.
So a strength on Burning Cack would be a. Do we go there? Do we don't?
Well, you don't do it until Ganon says, "Oh, the light arrows are in my castle, and it's on light trial."
And then you rate the Burning Cack very dead, which is nice. Although we might still need to touch Deku and/or Water, we will not need to touch DC ever.
Yep. Although it's kind of a shame because DC is one of those dungeons that's so quick and easy to do that you kind of want it to be
available.
Yeah.
Although we also just don't have access to it right now. We have no explosives and no strength upgrades.
And no hammer to break through the walls either.
Nope. Not even blue fire arrows to do the funny thing.
Ah, yes.
Because for some reason, blue fire melts mud walls. I really don't know why that's in the game, but
look,
it is.
Clearly mud walls are made out of red ice that is partially melted. It's clearly how that works. Alright, so here we go towards the Saria song check. Probably going to get the 3 hints here in the forest while we're doing.
I might as well, because you don't know when you're going adult SFM, especially with 4 pre-completed.
I think we're going to see Lefty at least go take a look at what the item here is.
Yep. And our song on Saria is Saria's song.
Well, that's good if you want to do adult forest.
And Sonic Frog's one is still Bomb Shoes.
Yep. Looks like it was a not big chest on the top of GF.
Like it, because we're not going for it.
Yep. And here's GTG.
Yep. Let's see what's in here. I'm going to start tracking GTG keys as well.
And I'm going to keep an eye out for hints.
Yep.
Hint. Kakariko Village has a bomb bag.
That's an always hint. Also,
Oh.
And our Saria song checks are dead.
Oh, I thought that was the non. What's it called? I thought that was Kakariko Village, not Burning Kak. My apologies.
It's a flames amid the flames and burning in Kakariko.
Oh.
She gives a bomb back.
Because I just saw Kakariko and I'm like, oh, cool.
No, it's specifically the burning Kak.
Okay.
Which is the old dungeons equivalent in these settings. Ouch for Lefty, because we are doing 3 Stone Bridge and Shadow Spirit Medallion boss key.
Yeah.
So the OOT song is not a pain.
Yep.
You're getting the stones anyway. Burning Kak behind the forest fire and water medallions is the equivalent.
Yes. Looks like we're going to save Richard the dog.
Yep, in fact, OOT is a sometimes hint. It is Burning Kak that is the always in these settings.
Yep. Let's see here. So no Saria's song required outside of potentially Forest Temple access if we need the song that's on Minuet.
We are missing a lot of songs. We don't have Minuet, Serenade, Nocturne, Requiem, ZL, or Storms, and most of those are very useful.
So
we need to beat Shadow, we need to beat Spirit, so we need Nocturne, Requiem, and ZL. Storms unlocks a ton of checks.
So the odds of Saria's not being required by item is well, guaranteed, but the odds of Saria not being required at all, I'd say it's kind of low.
Yeah, because we're missing 5 songs, 3 of which are basically going to be... we're missing 6 songs, 3 of which are guaranteed to... are basically guaranteed to be required.
Yep.
Face it, most of the time we at least logically need Child Spirit.
Yep.
And Storms is just useful.
Plus, Requiem gives you a song check again anyway, so...
Exactly.
I kind of expect we're going to see, even if we don't see a whole lot of action from the Saria's checks, we're probably going to see the Minuet check done at some point, although it might be late given Forest Temple's dad.
Yep, we have no path in top file, also high. Yeah, no path in so far. We've gotten a lot of other hints, but not that.
We got hints that we don't need Saria's song for checks. Topmost Fire is potentially really good, potentially somewhat good.
Big Oron is claim check only, so is not an always in these settings. So if they need to, they'll get hammer chest claim check and turn it in after immediately. At least it's convenient. But
yep.
Sheila Buff in the background. Who do we have behind us right now? We have Duster.
I think we have Milkweed.
Rich, Heaps, Milkweed, Pyra, Martin, and Sam.
Another chest here for DTG.
Ooh,
and
choose.
Okay. We'll see how many choose that is, but if it's 20 choose, that's honestly enough to get a lot of checks done.
We know the 20 pack is on Frogs 1.
There's only one 20 pack? I thought there were 2.
Nope, just the one.
Ah,
One 20 pack, 3 10s, and a 5.
Probably a 10 then.
It's a 3 and 4 chance, so probably, yes.
And then suddenly it's the 5. It's like, no.
Yep. Well, that's a nice find for Chuckles. We still don't have access to the Frogs 1 bomb chew pack. If we did, like if they got a scale and Storms, they might start thinking about rushing it, depending on how long we continue to go without explosives.
Yeah.
Because this GTG play's been a bust for Lefty, although we also just don't have a bow on his side, unfortunately.
Yep. Looks like we're going to see the lake here for Chuckles.
Yep, 0-0 checks, might as well get another hint. Is also got a small key here, middle chest is small, that's just a heart.
Yep.
And the other chest on right side, what is that? Also, there is a big chest back left. Graveyard Path to Twin Rova is interesting.
Nope.
Likely Requiem in the Composer Grave is what I'd guess, although we have already gotten a hovers in a wallet.
Yeah, it could very well be hovers. Wallet would only be if the way to get in there is via fire. To buy Goron Tunic.
And checking back lake hints is not a bad idea since we are missing a lot of info. Storms and ice, good to know.
That's interesting with the double dead Domain Forest. Or Domain Fountain, sorry.
Yep. Got another small key there. Yeah.
And Storms is probably likely. 2 big chests here in DTG. Let's see.
The bottle doesn't help.
Nope. If it was true to his letter, it'd be helpful, but
And Rank Chest is a slingshot funny game.
interesting. Gains
Yeah, it's
in
required.
DTG.
That is 7 key locked, I believe, for whatever that's worth. Not that he cares a lot, but that might be interesting for Padla hints later.
It'll also be interesting for key logic lacking the bow. I am now kind of expecting a lot of keys are bow blocked.
Oh yeah, well, we only saw 4 keys, I think.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot. There's a lot missing between the bow, strength 2, and well, the toilet.
Yeah. And the bomb tube. Or the bombos. Bemos.
Bemos, that, yes.
Look, if this game had a bombos, it does. It's called Din's Fire.
You're not wrong, admittedly.
Looks like we're going to see a walk to Colossus here to get the Requiem check.
Yeah,
Now,
oh, chat says that the GTG Pierre chest is a big chest, which you have better eyes than I do, I'll be honest.
yeah.
But that is an additional thing to think about. Lefty will certainly be back to GTG with that bow for that chest.
So,
And I think this makes sense for Lefty. He doesn't have a magic to put this in logic, but honestly, he doesn't care. For all he knows, it's in Cookie or in Mito's house.
yeah.
And he wants the song.
Yep.
For short songs, for short information, this is an additional hint. This makes sense.
And depending on what the song is, that might either be additional checks or you might be able to come back here as child.
Yeah,
Not
because
that you
this
can
is a
do
1
much.
in 6 for Requiem. This is a 1 in 5 for Requiem now that we know where Storms is. 1 in
Yep.
6 for him, but 1 in 5 for us, and it's Requiem. Nocturne would be nice. Mignette would get us an extra song as well. ZL would be great.
Yep. There are ways.
Ooh, okay, well, then speaking of magic, there's that. So this is now in logic for Lefty.
Yep. Magic on child fishing, though. So when you go to DTG, you can set fours right at the entrance if you want. Although you can do most of DTG.
Chuckles will be able to do most of it, yeah.
And honestly, I think that's the best play right now, so just go ahead and go to DTG.
Yeah, I think he's gonna get some money and then probably go back adult soon here. There's not much left in child.
Also, while you're there, you might as well do HBA.
He's gonna do chickens and Dompe.
Or maybe?
Oh, the Boulder's Destiny. That makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. Boulder of Destiny and Friendship. Bless you.
Yep. Sorry. Yeah. Thank you. Top file Wasteland was hinted at a few minutes ago.
I did not see what was on the arch.
No clue. Chat might need help. Speaking of Wasteland, there's the other copy of that hint. And River Path to Bowl. That's interesting.
Huh.
We know that Frogs 1 is a hinted bomb chew pack. So that is in logic and accessible with hover boots, whatever that is.
And is it Open Grotto? Okay, there's
No,
ZL.
it could be any of Open Grotto or the freestandings.
What if it's Frogs 2? Unless that's
That's an
forced in.
always hint.
Okay.
And also, I read the boss and then forgot what boss it was. The path.
Belvagia.
Thank you.
Yep.
That might be our first explosives at this rate.
Yes. But the thing is, you'd have to go there as adult because you don't have a way in as kid.
Yeah. Runners have an option of playing on emulator or on VC or on Wii Virtual Console. Chuckles is playing on VC. Lefty is playing on RetroArch.
Yeah.
One of a couple permitted emulators. We also allow Project 64, BizHawk, and Dolphin. Yeah, feel free to ask questions. We are here to help.
Just
There's
don't
a lot of people in this tournament. That's why there's no one here, is because they're all racing.
Yeah. Well, you should pick up the skull.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of it. No, it didn't quite get the hitbox. OT,
Yep.
in this, OT hitboxes are a little funny.
You could say that about OOT Collision in general.
Yes, like I was discussing this with some other people from other randos here who I know, and someone was commenting on how there's a lot of glitches, and I was like, the only real glitches we permit are ground jumps because they skip a boatload of varyingly stupid glitchless jumps, and flame storage because it's more of a QOL thing than anything else.
Yep.
Oh, and a singular clip in Shadow Temple because it skips a really, really, really stupid glitchless jump.
Like we have on the freestanding spot. Oh, hi, blue fire arrows. That's on damp.
Yep.
Now, Chuckles does not have ZL, so can't do Composer Grave.
But yeah, like things like peeking the graveyard crate is not a glitch. That is just Collision being stupid.
Yep.
Spirit Path to Bongo, interesting.
And what do we have here? Okay, there's Strength 1.
That would make sense for Path to Volve, possibly.
Yes, because Strength 1 is required. Well, Strength 1's required to get to the upper portions of fire, and we know there's a small key up there.
Yep.
Also, it could be through the claim check.
It could be. Hyrule Field Path to Baronade, so we'll need to check Field for that. We haven't seen anything. Boulder of Destiny was junk, so it's not that.
Yep. Really, that, based on what we have, I think for Baronade, well, it's probably gonna be Rudo's or Boomerang, and I'm gonna put my money more on Boomerang.
Yeah. Oh, hey guys, chat wants you to wave at them. Chat wants you to wave at them. And Frogs 2 is dead. Good to know.
Okay, good. We like Frogs 2 being dead, because that requires 6 songs, I think.
Yep. That is correct. All of the non-warp songs in the game, it is.
And you have to remember the pattern to actually do the thing.
Yes, or go look it up. It is pinned somewhere in the OTR Discord, but yeah. It's a very rarely recorded check because of how high the item requirement is for that. Until it is, and then you're cursing to see.
I think the worst I've seen there is fire arrows.
I've seen a lot worse. Flame Twitch final.
Yep. Oh, look, we get the disco waterfall.
Ah, yes. Again, OT has some interesting quirks.
So we are now in the Zora's domain.
We know that Fountain and Domain are foolish, so it's just going to be Ice. Lefty is rushing this because he knows that Storms is back. Actually, no, he doesn't know that Storms is back here. He's just rushing here because he's missing a lot of songs, and it's probably useful, which it is.
Combined with, we don't know if Ice is foolish.
Yep, there's the other copy for... Oh,
yeah, that's the other copy for Topmost Fire.
Oh, Claim Check is actually on, it's on the PR chest. I thought it was on Hammer chest. Got it backwards, but yeah.
Yep. Like we're headed to the summit of DM here.
Yep, we're gonna get look at the... Yeah, we've got bombs, so we're gonna get a look at the grotto here, and then take a look at,
What's it called?
the hint on DMT as well. River Chest is dead, that's nice.
Yeah.
And Sunsong Grave is dead, great.
Okay.
Or I think River Chest was a small key, but...
Yeah, it's a small key, but by the time you get there, you have enough keys, because everything is either 5 key locked or no key locked.
It is important for key counting, but yeah. And DMT hint tells us that Frogs 2 is still dead. Good to know. So we are missing one path hint and one single sometimes. We have only 4 required dungeons, so we look at 2 path hints to one of our bosses. We already have 1 each of Twin Rova, Volvagia, Bongo, and Baron.
Yep.
Graveyard of Twin Rova is Hovers or the Wallet right now, although it might be Requiem. Oh, it could be Requiem and Composer Grave too.
Yes.
River is for those hover boots, or not for the hovers, for the strength.
Yep.
The strength was in the grotto, so it is not hovers locked, just to note.
Yep.
And that slingshot is out of logic because we don't have explosives at the moment.
But
So-
it is an alternate slingshot compared to the one that we know about in Boomerang Chest.
Yes, which is good to know.
Yes.
It's entirely optional anyway, because they have bomb shoes, but it's good to know for the logic.
Yep.
Spirit to Bongo, who knows? Field of Baronade, who knows? We have no spirit. We don't really have much spirit access right now. Actually, we have no spirit access because we don't have Requiem for child side and no Strength 2 for adults.
Yep.
Field to Baronade we can probably access, or at least peek if it's Lactite Grotto.
Going ahead and stopping Link the Goron, getting this check done. Also opens up the Goron shop if they need bombs later.
Yep, once they find that bomb bag, wherever it is, because we're 33 minutes in and we don't have a bomb bag.
Well, we know there's one on Burning Cack.
We know there's one on Burning Cack. That wallet does not help, game.
No, it just tells you go buy the Goron tunic.
Which does mean that that pretty much almost kills the wallet path to Twinrova and Graveyard, unless somehow Central Pillar is required.
Yeah, but then you're putting Central Pillar required in a dead stone or in a dead medallion water, which
Yeah.
just feels bad,
It
but it's
does.
great.
We know it cannot be for buying blue fire because we have blue fire arrows that was from Dame digging.
Yep.
That, and also KZ's dead, and Rudo's letter is logically required for Ice Cavern, so it's a moot point. There's big chests in the back.
Yeah, this is going to be bomb shoes to get into the back.
Yep. I think there's 2 big chests back here.
Yeah, and a hint.
Yep.
Okay. Neighbors.
Beirut's not the thing we wanted.
Spirit to Bongo.
And a scale. That's not really what you wanted from 2 big chests at this point in the game. The big chest for Lefty on the other side is a hammer.
Hammer's a good find. That's technically logical access to a bunch of these bomb block checks, which is not insignificant.
Hammer is itself out of logic because we don't have Rudo's letter or logical. No, we have logical ZL access, but we don't have Rudo's letter. Ice.
Yeah, that's okay. We're logical, but we're logical within the logic break.
Sunsound Grave is still dead. Yep, knew that.
And also bear in mind, Lefty doesn't have those tubes.
Yes.
So for Lefty, it's a really big find. Honestly,
Oh yeah, no, it's a great find for Lefty. He's definitely happy to get that hammer. It's just
if I'm Lefty here, I might be considering at least starting a Fire Temple dip, getting some money, buying the Goron tunic, and starting a Fire dip.
he was considering it earlier, but just didn't have enough health at the time. Yeah.
But now that you got the hammer, there's more you can access, and you may be able to get to the upper portions depending on what's in those chests.
Yeah, for sure.
Killing the Skull Kid to get some money.
Chuckles, yep. Just got a bottle beat fight. He's got a bottle speed fire. Yeah, that's true. Fire is beatable. It is a stone, so that'll be 1/3 of our cannon's access.
Yep.
We know Spirit's path. We know, or no, sorry, not Field. We know River's path evolve. It's probably just for the first logical strength upgrade. I'm not terribly worried about it.
Yeah.
Although with Forest being pre-completed, if it is first strength path in River, then second strength being strength blocked is likely going to be somewhere in Fire.
Also,
As a note.
because it's past to evolve, that kind of indicates the boss key is going to be past the strength 1 block.
Yeah, that too.
So the early Fire dip is going to be limited to just checking some of the chests on the first floor. But still, that's like, what? Actually, it's only 2 checks.
He doesn't have explosives is going to be a problem.
Yeah, I think it's like 3 checks you can get in Fire if you don't have explosives, but you have hammer.
Depending on... Well, you're going to get 2 in the basement loop. You're going to get 1 off by Volve, and you're going to get the 1 chest in the lava room.
Yes.
So that's 4. If you get 3 keys in those 4 checks, you can continue, but that requires 3 keys and 4 checks, which is not guaranteed.
Requires 3 keys and 4 checks, and either hovering or finding a way past the strength block.
Yes, there is a glitchless jump, but it's a little fiddly.
I feel like hovers makes it a little bit easier to do just because you have that extra distance you can get. But logically, you would only have 3. You would only have like 4 checks available because I'm pretty sure the strength block is before any of the upstairs checks.
Correct. And our song on Minuet is Vanilla Minuet. Fantastic. Saria song, logically useless today. Frogs 2 dead, Saria song checks dead. We don't need Minuet. Great.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Oh boy. But the thing is, you check that when you don't know where all of your songs are.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. You absolutely do that. It just turns out that it doesn't help with anything.
So it's kind of interesting that you have dead domain, dead fountain, and yet required hammer and storms in ice.
Yeah. Lefty went here looking for songs. Chuckles knows Storms is there, so I assume he'll likely get over at some point, because this seat has just been dry.
Yeah, the question will be, will he do it out of logic, or will he hold off a little bit to try to stay on logic?
I mean, he's going to go GTG first. We'll see some new checks and a load of keys, because we're missing a lot of keys right now.
Yep.
Cross the wasteland, probably buy bomb shoes on the way as well from the carpet salesman.
Yeah.
He will also be able to check field to baronade here.
Looks like we're going to see Lefty go child.
Or actually, well, Chuckles doesn't know field is path to baronade, but he'll at least get a couple. He'll at least get Tech Rod on the way to GTG.
Yeah.
He might do the rest later, especially he doesn't know field is path and he's low on bomb shoes right now. He is going to get big pose, also a good idea.
I like this. I'm hoping Lefty decides to do child market here after saving Richard.
I hope so. He's got Sun Song, so it should be easy. I mean, you don't have a lot of dungeons to do. You'd really love explosives. It would make sense to do day market, honestly.
Yeah. Plus, like, what else are you going to do?
Yeah, options are kind of not appealing.
Yep. And Lefty hasn't done Valley Lakers yet, so... Well, that's convenient.
That's actually kind of nice for Chuckles. He can now go buy 2 bomb shoe packs off the carpet salesman, which
Yep.
I would go do at this point, I'll be honest.
Yeah. I would... As much as part of me says I would want to get a Goron Tunic in Chuckles' position with no hammer, I'm holding off on that until I can complete the entirety of Fire.
Yeah.
And even then, if you get enough hearts, you don't need it. It's just a nice to have if you can get it.
Yeah. Oh, Chuckles is taking a different route than what I expected. He's going straight for South Field.
Probably because of that hint.
Probably. Chat says he's out of choose. I thought he still had like 1 or 2 left. He's at least getting open grotto, although I would have at least made sure I had a couple choose before going all the way out here.
Yeah. And doesn't have the hammer out of ice, so can't do that.
But this might be the item, so it could work out.
If it's not, well, okay, that's a big
As we
chest.
say that. Temple of Time. Okay, Bird Nocturne's on Prelude, most likely.
Yeah. Oh.
That's interesting.
So strength out of river.
That is logical strength 2 between the 2 paths because both are available.
Yeah.
And
So then, does the strength on? So then, is the strength on river still the logical?
it's the only
for
thing we saw everything in River. It has to be that. It cannot be the bomb shoes on Frogs 1.
Yeah, but those are both sphere 0. That's what's weird about it.
Which means that it has to be strength 2 logical path.
But if it's strength 2 logical path to Volvagia, what else do we need for Volvagia?
Let's
Oh.
see.
Oh. Star? First bomb's on strength 2 blocked in spirit.
Probably. Because hammer is in the ice compass chest.
Yeah.
We have a scale to turn in letter, wherever that might be.
Yeah.
Letter's got to be available for that hammer at any rate. I don't know where it is, but it has to be available. Scale's available for river access.
Yeah.
Or no, scale's not available for river access because that's... No, scale's available because of the strength 2.
Yeah.
Could the strength 2s be... The 2 strengths be path for the scale for stupids? For ice, actually.
That could be.
Because we still don't have explosives. Both strengths are in Sphere 0 grottos, and our first skill is in the Goron City Maze. Bombs are nowhere to be found, except for Burning Cack, but that cannot be it.
Yeah. I'm looking over the paths again. Yeah, strength 2 for scale makes sense for the path to Baronade, for sure.
And by extension, Volvagia right now, because Hammer's in ice.
Yeah.
This is a really stupid chain, but it makes sense. That also gets a spirit to Bongo, because we have adult spirit logical access. We have 2 strengths and a bow for an adult ranged weapon.
Yep.
And we have Dins and... Well, Dins is out of logic right now. Maybe. Dins is, I think, 7 key locked in GTG. Decent chance we... Actually, with strength 2 and bow, we have access to that.
Yeah. There's the only chest we can't get in GTG right now is Toilet Chest.
Yeah, so Dins is available. So yeah, Adult Spirit is looking like a play here. Between the double strength path, although it could just be for scale for river access, and our Spirit to Bongo path, I think Adult Spirit's looking like a strong play at the moment.
And think about what we have for Shadow. We have Dins, we have Hovers, we have Hookshot. The only thing we're missing is bombs.
And Nocturne, but that's now in Prelude at this point, because Temple of Time.
And if Nocturne's on Prelude, that's Deku, so that means...
K-Sword's out there somewhere.
It's either Kokiri Sword or Bomb's Strength 2 blocked in Spirit, because those are the only 2 things we need for Shadow. We already have a slingshot, so that's covered for DC logic, and also B1 skips in logic anyway.
Yeah.
So realistically speaking, I'm gonna bet that it's bombs that are Shadow 2. Bombs can't be past the Shadow. Oh, Spirit requires bombs.
Yeah, bombs can't be Dark Path to Shadow because Shadow's a medallion. It's a good catch.
So then...
Spirit has a K-Sword in it is probably what it is.
Yeah.
Spirit's probably got K-Sword in it to get Prelude for Nocturne.
Yep.
Requiem is itself, by the way. I'm looking back at our song checks that we're still missing. Requiem is Composer Grave, most likely, because I highly doubt it's on OOT with Spirit being a stone.
Yeah.
And that would also confirm for sure what our Graveyard Path to Twinrova is with the Requiem, which... Because it's probably not the Giant's Wallet, and it is probably not Hovers.
Yeah.
Hovers have not locked anything. The 2 river freestandings were junk. Actually, Hovers might be a logical wasteland crossing right now, but...
But to say, there is that. There is...
Kaziel was at Colossus, actually. So yeah, Hovers are the likely path for... are likely also path for wasteland crossing, because ZL is out there, and Requiem is most likely Composer Grave.
Yeah.
Oh man, logic, spaghetti.
Yes. Also, Lefty did Composer's Grave, so should have it.
Perfect.
And Requiem is marked.
Excellent. Yeah, so confirmed stuff. Hovers and Requiem both path in Graveyard. Unless Longshot shows up, but I'm not really concerned anyway.
Yeah. Longshot.
River and Field both path for strength because we need a scale for ice access, apparently.
Longshot feels like a long shot to be required at this point.
Yes. Spirit Path to Bongo is for the K-Sword. Temple of Time to Bongo is going to be Nocturne.
Yep.
Like, we haven't seen it, but we're like 99% sure. And Serenade on OOT is something we really don't care about.
And somewhere in this seed, there is a bomb bag we can get before burning CAC.
Pretty much. I'm not sure they care a lot at this point, but it does exist.
Maybe it's in bottom of the well.
It might be. I mean, that's where Lefty's going, which makes sense.
It's a lot of checks.
It is.
Could also just be then a big chest in GTG.
It could be, yeah, because we left one behind on the Pierre chest, which isn't logic at this point.
Yep.
They will can't run Bombchu bowling his lights. Okay, point.
Yeah, that's fair. First bombable chest in bottom of the well is dead. Gonna get a look at... Okay, left chest is dead, right chest is key.
Chuckles is going across the wasteland, which you know is hard required because ZL is out there. Thanks, game.
The trouble is you do need 1 key for bottom of the well to check all the chests.
And, well, there's that. So.
Yep. Then we're going to get a nighttime wasteland crossing, which honestly feels like it's easier to do, just because you don't have it. You get more contrast from the blowing sand and the rest.
Yeah.
I think we will see a dead hand check here.
No reason not to at this point. Chuckles, as expected, is buying bomb shoes because we don't have explosives almost an hour in.
Yep. Only buying 1 pack, though.
I would have bought 2, but
Yep.
I want the tunic, which is also understandable.
Yep. Especially if you're thinking you're not going to get that many more hearts and you want to have that time for Valdagia.
Yeah, buying 1 pack, he's going to GTG. He also might think GTG has a bomb bag, which would, from his perspective, make sense, admittedly.
Yeah, honestly, with the amount of stuff that's still in GTG. Oh, look, bomb juice.
That's really convenient.
Yeah, that's very good for Lefty to get now.
He's out of explosives, yeah.
Well, he never got the bomb. I don't think he got the original bomb chew pack. I think he's only has the hammer for bomb stuff.
Oh yeah, so yeah, this is his first explosives, yeah.
So that's really good.
It's actually a really good thing DC's foolish, because we kind of don't have explosives with him.
Instructions unclear. Vanilla bomb bag still is out there. And it's foolish because there's other bomb bags you can get. Wait, is that a thing?
No, because there's 2 different strengths available.
Yeah, okay.
Like a bomb bag or bow, magic, slingshot can only be path if 1 copy locks all others. And a vanilla bomb bag could not be available because that is available with either of 2 different 0/0 strength upgrades.
Yeah. Chuckle's gonna go ahead and just handle HBA masterfully.
Like there could be a bomb bag in KD, but that would not be useful.
Yeah. Gonna go ahead and take 2 pots at the end to get the 1500. And small chest for the invisible chest has the Decker Shield.
And HBA gives us a heart recovery heart and
Money.
no Fortress Foolish, but it is foolish.
You don't even get a full refund either.
Nope.
At least if you got a full... You know, that was probably 5 bombs.
Probably. Chuckles does have a rather nice number of rupees, though.
Yep.
2.
2.
You love the steam.
Yeah. And just some health out of Dead Hand, but at this point, honestly, OOT is one of those games where you really don't need a ton of health.
Not particularly, especially for runners at this skill level, as you get more keys in the lobby, as expected.
Yeah.
We're missing a lot of them, so that checks.
And we do need a lot of them to get to the dins.
Yep, 7 in total, I'm pretty sure, if I need to check chest right.
Yep.
We are up to 3, so we're up to 6 keys, and there's got to be at least 1 in the like room somewhere set.
Yeah.
But yeah, we knew that without Dins was going to be in logic anyway, with 2 strengths and bombs. Even if there are 2 keys on toilet and Demos, we're still fine.
Yep. Because you can access right side without any keys. Yep. There's the big chest on Pierre.
Yep.
Which we will see. Small key in the basement of bottom of the well.
I'm laughing at Top File in chat. Chesterk will be here actually later today. So.
Yes, but if he watches us, he will be a little bit upset.
For context, also here is a Z1 our main mostly, and there's a running joke with Chesterk, one of the players in that community.
Yes. No matter what the seed is, he will always have like 15 hearts.
Yep. In a game with only 16.
Yes.
But it's really nice, though, here with SGL to have people from all over the place. Z1R has a nice turnout this year compared to last year.
Oh, yes.
OTR, we have a nice 28. Nice that we have a lot of people. The number itself has made for some interesting tournament structures. Chat, you will eventually, at some point tomorrow or maybe Saturday morning, we will be doing a 7-way play-in race. Yes, you heard that right. We will only be able to restream 2 people out of 7, but we will have one to determine the last 2 spots in brackets.
That is quite the play-in race.
It's not 14, at least.
Yep.
ALTDPR did that last year, and I think they're doing like a 12-player one this year.
Yeah. I like the backwards BTG here. It's not something you see very often.
Yeah, Chuckles doesn't have strength 2, unfortunately, because that is...
One was in river, one was in field.
Yeah, he has a field one, he doesn't have river, I believe.
Yep. But that's okay because
He doesn't need it.
Yeah, you can get to the stuff.
Metagoron tells us that Slingshot is still on rank chest, yes.
We're still missing 1 Suntime set.
Yeah, I don't think they care too much at this point, but it would be nice to have.
I mean, it might be nice to know if Bigoron's required just so that you can know if you actually have to do the PR chest, because it is kind of long to get to.
We have at least free Scarecrow, so that's not a problem.
Good use of Furor's Wind here from Chuckles to kind of speed up this whole process. I'm trying to remember where... Actually, I can look on the note sheet where the magic was.
Magic is child fishing.
Yep. That might actually get checked with a Rudo's Letter turn-in once we find Rudo's Letter if it's not magic locked.
Yeah, Rudo's Letter and Boomerang. Where is the Boomerang is an interesting question.
We know it's not vanilla Boomerang, so that's nice. Here's the Goron Tunic Fly. Lefty may be going to fire here.
That makes sense. But yeah, one of our Field of Baronade is a strength. We know it's going to be strength 2. And the problem is that's currently locking our scale because our bomb bag is MIA.
Yeah.
And we assume bomb bag is someplace stupid at this point.
Look, we'll just put a bomb bag in GC. Even though... It's not going to be the one we need, but there will be one there.
Yeah, we know that. And actually, that's left second. Not left third for the din. So it's even 5 key locked, but not that it really matters.
Yeah. Still, though. All right, we're going to see Maze here, so Lefty's going to get the 2 items in here.
Yep.
Be happy to see 2 big chests.
And then be less happy when it's a scale of Nehru's.
Well, hold on, though. Oh. Strength 2 to get through the maze to get the scales.
That's what I was saying, yes.
Yeah, I forgot that was a thing.
Because that gets... Wherever Rudo's is, we don't know, but it has to be somewhere. Wherever Rudo's is, that gives us ice access for a hammer.
Yep. Because we don't have a way to get through, as a child, the river.
Nope, because we have no explosives.
So you can... But you do get a choice. You can either go via the river from Kokiri's woods, or you can choose to just go from Lake Hylia direct.
Yep.
We're going to see the DM, or DMC Great Fairy.
And DMT after, I'd assume.
Yeah. Then maybe into fire after that.
Yeah, I'd think so.
Pretty convenient to do these while you're here.
May as well, yeah. Otherwise, it's easy to forget if you wait until after fire.
Yep.
And you know, even just like an extra heart or something wouldn't be amiss for Fire Temple. Or, you know, explosives, so you can do Volve the fast way instead of doing Volve the stupid slow way, because we currently can't... I don't think I would want to use my choose on one cycling Volve, given our kind of critical explosive situation.
Yeah, I would... honestly, if I go into Volve with this, I'm just doing it the slow way.
I would too. Like, that's probably part of why Lefty bought the tunic instead of just bottling a fairy, is because... with how low the chew count is, and you know your 20 pack is on Frogs 1, so you're not getting that anytime fast.
Yeah.
You don't want to I don't think Volve is worth using your limited chews on.
Because you could get to it right now. You have to go to Child, go to Woods, swim to the river, and then go downriver to the frogs.
And it's just not worth the trip.
I know, by the way, it's out of logic still because of storms.
Yep.
No, not storms.
Bladder.
So even if you wanted to do it, it's still not logical.
Ew. Not that chews are in logic anyhow, but yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to see that 20 pack picked up.
But both runners are going to be a little conservative on shoes because they know they have limited amounts. They've already seen 3 of the 5 packs.
Yep.
And our big chest here is the mirror shield. Okay, that's one less thing to look for, I guess.
That's good because we do need that for Twin Roba.
Yep.
So, go blocked mirror shield in GTG. Okay. I would not be surprised here if Chuckles decides to just go over to Spirit and start doing Adult Spirit. Except he doesn't have strength 2.
I was going to say, with what strength? But he's going to get ZL, and he's going to get Requiem off that, which will be nice.
That also might push him towards River, because now he can walk into ZD, which he could very well also choose to do KZ.
Storms is looking more and more appealing just for checks at this rate.
Yeah. And when you go to River, you're going to get your strength 2. You'll probably go to Graveyard, get Requiem, and then you can just go straight to, honestly, most of Spirit's open because you can do Child Spirit with Slingshot.
Yeah. DMT Storms gives us our last hint of the seed. Its target is dead, so that's one less thing to think about.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, if you get Strength 2 out of River, just do Spirit.
I would, yeah, I mean, Spirit is very required. We know Strengths are Path.
He's got Mirror Shield.
Yeah, Spirit itself is Path.
Realistically speaking, Chuckles could just do all of Spirit.
Top saying in chat, he gets the River to Volve hit and then pulls Strength 2 and does Ice and roars back to Spirit. Yeah, would make sense.
Yeah,
actually.
that's a really good way to do it.
Yeah, actually.
So, we're going to see a fire here at a lefty. At least as much of it as he can do, which is honestly all of it.
Yeah, he'll just do all of it.
He'll need 3 juice?
One lower maze, one for the shortcut maybe, one for the lava room, yeah. And one for hammer chest, 4.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, hammer chest is a key, so never mind, 3 tops.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the idea of put for Roars in Spirit because, I mean, even then, you can come back as Child anyway. Oh, check in the chest. Looked small.
Yeah, it did. Hitting the magic refill for Furores. Yeah, well, he's gonna find out it's not Requiem here and then set Furores.
Yeah. Now, I do think you do a... It's tough because you could do Child Spirit first, but that takes extra time compared to just Furorsing. But
I think I'd go back to Adult Spirit first because you have Furores and you'll be in Ice at the end of that route.
yeah, and you don't got to go out for KZ. Plus, we don't even know if there's actually any keys in Child Spirit. And if there's no keys in Child Spirit, then you don't even have to do it.
Like, it could just... Requiem doesn't have to be path. It could just be hovers to get over there.
Yeah.
Because Long Shot is like in Delayed Trial or something, and we never care about it.
Yeah. But...
You know Strength 2 is Strength 3 is Strength 2 locked because our first two strengths are path and it cannot be Strength 3. But
this is interesting, though.
Boss Key.
Boss Key.
Can you even fire or do you get out of here is now a question for Lefty.
What makes that interesting is that means Scale blocks...
I mean, it blocks the hammer.
It blocks the hammer. Okay, yeah.
I think at this point we can safely assume our first bomb egg is someplace really, really annoying.
It's just in water. Boss, problem solved. Yeah, we'll just put it on Morpha.
That would be mean.
It would be mean. But Morpha's also a terrible boss, so...
You're not wrong. This is Ice for Chuckles.
Yep. He's gonna go to... here, go to the river, shortcut, and go from there.
Yep.
And
Lefty is going to use some Choose on Volt, proving me wrong on that front.
Interesting.
I mean, I guess he has Requiem in a wallet. He can go buy more Choose. I'm just not sure. I'm not sure I would have done it personally, but I also get wanting to save time, so either works.
Yeah. Sadly, gonna have to do at least one fly-around phase.
Ulfos Grotto for Chuckles as well. There's a new check.
Yep.
SFM was otherwise dead because Saria's and Minuet were vanilla, and Saria's song checks are dead, but this might be useful. Or not. No. SFM a bust for items. It had some nice hits, but items were no.
I just like how that cave's texture is super warpy.
Yeah. Wolves down for Lefty. That is our first dungeon complete of the seed.
Yeah.
An hour. Happy 1 hour, everyone. This has been a bit of a doozy.
Yeah. Weird path logic chain where strength 2 is required for everything because bombs don't exist.
Basically, is what this sums up to. Is yes, that.
And oh, by the way, Nocturne's on Prelude, so go enjoy your Kokiri sword and spirit.
Yeah. What are we even missing besides that? Bat, Rang, Letter, I think is it.
Rang, Letter,
K-Sword Lights.
Lights. We would like to have. Yeah, we've seen everything else. We might need fire arrows?
We've got Dins, I don't think we care.
Yeah.
Yeah, Rang, Letter, K-Sword Lights are our missing Go mode items.
And irons if we want to throw something in Water Temple.
Yes.
Or Gold Scale.
But we need the long shot, wherever that's at. We know long shot's got to be somewhere silly at this
Well,
point.
not necessarily if it's in early water.
Well, if it's gold scale, we need long shot for gold scale water.
But if it's irons, then it could be anywhere in water.
Yep, strength 2 and the river path incoming for Chuckles.
This is all assuming we just don't immediately go Central Pillar.
There was a wallet in Graveyard, admittedly, and both our wallets were also, like, early.
Yes. There's strength 2.
Because our wallets were Shield Grave, which is Sphere 0, and Link the Goron, which is only locked behind a Sphere 0 bow, so
yeah,
basically Sphere 0 for all.
And Lefty...
Or Link the Goron behind either of our 2 available strength upgrades. So.
Yep.
Chuckles now knows that strength 2 is fat to bear, and he's going to roll his eyes because it's for the scale, and he knows it.
Yep. Lefty is going to get strength 2 here.
Where's Chuckles not going ice? I'm a little confused.
Oh, hi. Lights. And
which grotto was that?
this is Storm's Kokiri Grotto.
Oh, neat. Oh, that answers that question as to where lights are.
Okay. So we don't
Uh,
need the Ganon hint.
Yeah, a little surprised Chuckles didn't go ice there. That is going to put him off that hammer for a bit longer.
Yeah, but Chuckles might be wanting to chase the Strength 2 stuff a little bit more.
Which is also understandable.
Especially when you know that it's a path.
Yep. We know that the hammer is part of our Strength 2 path chain, but it also makes sense for he knows at this point Requiem is going to be here in Graveyard.
It's also not part of our Strength 2 chain for Baronade necessarily.
Not necessarily, no.
It is for Volvagia for sure.
Although scale might just be for letter turn-in because again our bomb bag is
Dumb.
our bomb bag is definitely not on 10 skulls because that's our missing boomerang.
Okay, so that means it is going to be letter that's Strength 2 blocked.
Or just turning in letter because bomb bag is dumb.
Right. Right. It could be both.
It could be both.
It could be neither. Wait, no. It can't be neither.
Something has that Strength 2 has to lock. It
Yeah.
doesn't even have to be Strength 2 path to Baronade. There could be something else in field.
Yeah, because I don't think we saw all the grottos.
No. We only saw Boulder of Destiny and the open grotto because Chuckles was out of explosives when he went over to the open grotto.
Imagine letter just sitting in the inside the fence grotto this whole time.
Oh, that would be something.
Okay, Red Rupee on Shooting Gallery's adult.
Yeah, we know River is path to Vol for strengths for hammer.
Have we seen what we have not seen what the chest in the Composer's Grave is, so we might see that now.
Yeah, that too. Actually, because we know River is path to Volvagia for strengths for hammer, that means it's strengths for skill for letter turn-in, which confirms the path to Baronade, so it doesn't matter. There doesn't have to be something else in field. There can be, but because that River is path to Volve for letter turn-in to get hammer, it means that it is also path to Baronade for the same reason.
Yep.
Because Saint's fun.
Yep.
This is some of the funnier logic I've seen in a hot while, but it's fun.
Good
Fun
logic.
for us. I'm not sure our runners liking it, but fun for us.
Yeah.
And Composer Grave is dead.
Yep.
You know this has to be Requiem. There's Minuet for Lefty.
Yep. Yep. And there's the song's hint again for Lefty.
Yep. Which they would like they would like those shoes, but it's kind of out of the way at this point.
Yeah.
And yep, Requiem is there. I have not somehow gone crazy yet, completely at least.
So with the Requiem pickup, we're gonna see Chuckles head straight over to Spirit.
Curious Sword is most likely in here for the Spirit to Bongo.
Yep.
Because Temple of Time is path to Bongo for Nocturne, and that unlocks all of Shadow, which will not have Arudo's letter in it.
But the question becomes, where are the bombs?
That's honestly a good question. Where is that bomb bag?
You know, it might just be in Deku Tree. It might just be
Not
in
if Spirit's path to Bongo for that K-Sword.
But that depends. But doesn't that depend on where in Spirit the K-Sword is?
Actually, true, yeah, because...
Because if this is K-Sword right here, you don't need bombs for that.
yeah, point. It could be that, yeah. Well, no, if Spirit is path to Bongo for K-Sword, and bombs in Deku Tree would make it invalid because you need bombs for Spirit.
Huh.
Because if K-Sword locks our first bomb bag, then K-Sword is also path to Spirit, which is a stone, so it could be hinted path to Bongo.
Be passed to itself, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
So bomb bag can be in here somewhere.
Yes.
We have a decent amount of stuff to do with we have a slingshot from DMT wall, which is behind that hammer.
Yep.
Well, although hammer
It's still out of logic.
because we don't know where letter's gone to.
Yeah.
Where's letter? Where's bomb bag? Are the questions. Letter cannot be in field. Bomb bag might be in field. Letter can't.
Can letter be in child spirit?
We don't have a logical child. No, yes, we do. Boomerang for child. Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be. Yeah, it could be child spirit. It could be child climb. We don't have explosives to continue further.
Yes, that is correct.
Because this logic's gotten very wacky. Could be child spirit, 2 checks, child climb, 2 checks. Adult lake is a possibility for these.
Yeah.
Lake is not foolish.
You know, I'm really hoping that Lefty finds the other magic or goes child fishing here in a little bit.
Yeah, no keys on adult climb, it looked like.
Yeah, it was 2 small chests on adult climb. Now we're gonna do the statue hand.
Yeah, there's a couple things in spirit. Lefty is buying shoes, makes sense. Couple things in spirit. Adult lake.
I would if I am. Oh, there's boss key right there. I would if I am Chuckles. Set a Furor's Wind here, and then go check the 2 child climb chests, then Furor's back.
Yeah, because he can't because I don't know I would want to use explosives on it.
Yeah, with only 7 shoes here. I mean, you can buy more, but...
It's just, it takes time.
Yeah, time that you don't necessarily want to spend if you don't have to.
And Furor'ing is faster than that. It's not like he has his Furor set anywhere else right now.
Yeah, and it's not really that much more magic.
No. Yeah, it's also just not something you tend to think about very often, though, so we'll see.
Well, this situation doesn't normally come up, where you have no bombs at an hour and 10.
Or you have no bombs at an hour 10, and strength and and spirit is going to be the first dungeon done for Chuckles, which is really unusual.
It looks like Chuckles is going to elect to spend the bomb shoe.
Which is entirely fair.
Yep. That was a big chest.
That is key 3 logically. Oh! That explains it. I forgot there was a bomb. There's a big chest there. That is our first logical bomb bag on Hammer Rocks.
Wow. After all this time. And there's the long... Oh, no. Oh, no.
That's hovers locked, among a lot of other things, but... Yeah,
oh, man.
That makes sense. Hammer Rocks having our first bomb bag. I hate it, but that makes sense.
And Chuckles just found the long shot.
Yep. Which opens up a whole other can of worms.
Yep.
Yay.
Oh, boy.
I even have it written down that Hammer Rocks is a big chest, and then I forgot about it. Oh, well.
Okay, so who was ahead at this point?
That's a great question.
Because Lefty has the explosives, but not the magic.
Chuckles has the magic, but not the explosives.
Looking at trackers, they look pretty similar. Lefty does not
Chuckles
have...
have hammer, but Lefty knows that's a big chest, so he'll get there at some point eventually.
Lefty does not have bow, mirror shield, or boomerang yet, but boomerang's easy.
Bow might be a problem.
Yes.
Bow and magic are child cleanup items for him if he ever goes to that, which I don't know when or if he will.
Yeah, and that's going to be the trouble for Lefty is both of those... Child shooting isn't too far out of the way, but child fishing is pretty far out of the way.
It is, especially because some of our only missing items are the items for Jabu, which you would want to get before you go child fishing.
Yep. Honestly...
Part on the scrub, and ooh, big chest for Chuckles.
Let's see. Oh, okay.
Last slingshot, thanks.
So, honestly, for Lefty, the best case scenario is that they find the other magic.
I think so, because that child fishing is not happening.
No.
This is the...
Strength, I think.
Strength, yep.
The strength 2 for Lefty puts Adult Spirit accessible and in logic thanks to the bomb bag.
Yeah, we finally found our bomb bag. At like an hour 10, we finally have a bomb bag, which confirms that. I still wonder where letter is, because that is required to get us our hammer. And letter has to be one of those spots I was mentioning. Adult lake, child spirit. Hovers are confirmed path because Longshot was in spirit, as a side note.
Yep.
But there are no keys child side, by the way, so it is definitely Hover's path. Requiem is a bonus.
Yep.
Which is kind of funny.
Hold on, we get a big chest in Hyrule Field. In the southeast grotto, it is fires.
That doesn't help.
No. It saves magic.
It saves magic.
And would be, in theory, would be required for Shadow 2 if you don't get the long shot of Shadow. If Shadow 2 wasn't, you know...
Long shot in Hovers or long shot Dins, both of which we have.
Yep. And also if Shadow Trial was, you know, necessary, because I'm pretty sure by the time we get into...
We'll be in go mode by the time we get there. Jabu's a stone.
Jabu's a stone, and we have everything we need for Shadow, Sans Nocturne, which we know is Deku.
Yep.
Now, Kokiri's sword could be child side.
It could be child side.
Which, ironically, is kind of convenient. Because then you're already child anyway. So yeah, fire arrows probably aren't going to get used unless you want to save some magic at the cost of some time.
Pretty much. Oh, big chest.
Okay.
This might be our K-sword.
Let's see.
Nope. That makes sense. We knew Strength 3 had to be Strength 2 locked.
All right. But that...
Oh, what's Path to Bongo in
Wait. Strength 3 for Sword and Light Trial.
That is possible.
Yeah.
I mean, we know it could be long shot. It can't be fire arrows.
Yep. Oh man, Strength 3 for Sword on GC would just be fantastically beautiful. I feel like I like where this is going.
I mean, as someone who loves logic, this is great. I think our runners might be less enthused about this mess.
Well, Chuckles still doesn't even know where the logical bomb bag is.
Nope. Spirit, by the way, not fire locked.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah, Chuckles knows there's a big chest on Hammerrock, so he'll eventually go back there.
Yes, just a matter of when.
Yep.
Because there's no convenient way to get there,
Nope.
ever. Maybe he'll do that if he, like, gets... I mean, if he gets...
I mean, he knows Longshot is... He knows Spirit is path to Bongo. He can probably figure out it's likely a K-sword at this point. I believe both runners know how path prioritization works.
Yep.
This is, by the way, an item on Sunblock, because we've seen all the keys.
Yep.
So Chuckles might be thinking about heading towards water next, and with no Serenade, reversing is not the worst way back.
No. Both runners now actually in Spirit.
Yep, which makes sense. It's second dungeon for Lefty, first for Chuckles, which is saying a lot about how the seed's going. That Spirit Temple is the first dungeon done.
Yeah, really.
Without a bomb back!
Now, I always thought that particular explosive was logically bomb chew. Because you get bomb chews in that room, so it seemed like the implication was that logically you're supposed to use bomb chews on that wall.
Well, getting a bomb bag lets you buy chews from the chew shop, was the kind of the reasoning.
Ah, okay.
Not that we ever see the chew shop in market outside of Shop Sanity or Entrance Rando, but anyway.
Alright, welcome to RNG the boss, followed by Phase 2.
Yep. Yeah, my note sheet, the note sheet just has strengths, and more strengths for the paths. I actually need to take Requiem off the path list because it is not that.
What is the path? Strength.
Basically.
No other stats needed.
Because we need strength to both our first two strengths to get our to do Goron City Maze to get our first scale. We needed that to turn in Rudo's letter, where that is still a question mark.
Yep.
We need both of those to turn our first scale, where that is who knows. Also, but probably scale lock though at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
Because there's not much left for it. Then we need both strengths to get scale to turn in Rudo's letter, to go to Ice Cavern to get our hammer, to take that over to Hammer Rocks to get our first bomb back. We don't know where the third bomb bag is, but the second's on Burning Cack, so that is thoroughly unavailable to an extreme.
And, oh, if we want Kokiri Sword on Light Trial, we need Rudos to show up soon.
I mean, it has to show up soon anyway, because we're running out of chucks for it.
Yeah, but, I mean, it can't be in Deku, basically.
It can't be in Deku. I mean, where is that letter? We've got Adult Lake, we've seen Field now, so it's not bad. Not that it could have been.
Yep.
Adult Lake behind that scale. We don't have Water Temple access still, so it can't be that.
Yep.
Fire is hammer-locked, I believe, because Boss Q is by Volvagia, so
Yes.
Fire cannot have our letter. Because letter locks are hammer.
Yep.
We cannot be in Fire. Forest is pre-completed. We have no access to Deku. DC is foolish. We don't need Burning Cack. We're never going in.
If Sword is on Child Spirit, then Letter can be in Deku. Because we have logical access to Child Spirit via Requiem. We have logical access to Bomb Bag via Hammer Rocks.
Yeah.
But that requires K-Sword to be in Child Spirit.
But then why is Spirit Path to Bongo?
K-Sword for Nocturne off of Deku.
Right, but if K-Sword's in Child Spirit, why... Oh, yeah, that makes...
Yep.
Oh, but no, K-Sword Path to Bongo would not make it...
Yeah,
Wouldn't be possible, because then it...
Because you have to get the K-Sword to get into Deku. Deku gets you Nocturne. Nocturne is Path to Bongo.
Right, but K-Sword wouldn't be able to lock Letter in that case, because if Letter was behind K-Sword, then K-Sword couldn't be Path to Bongo. Path prioritization, remember.
Oh, yeah. That's right.
Letter can be... Child Spirit is a possibility for Letter. We do have a Boomerang for that.
Yep. So it looks like we're not going to see Child Spirit just yet.
It can't be Bomb Troop Bowling.
Yes.
It
Because we now have a bomb bag. That's known.
We don't have a bomb bag for Lens game base in the logic. It could be It could be treasure chest game though.
Wait, hold on. It looks like Chuckles is heading towards the valley.
Oh.
This could be the bomb bag.
Yeah. By the way, the treasure chest game could have our letter though.
Yes.
We have Magic Din's lens, so that not Din's Magic Lens is the
Yep.
things we need for it. So that's a possibility for our letter. Yeah, Lens game. Adult Lake, Child Spirit. I'm having a really hard time thinking of anything else at all that's available for it.
Forest is free completed, so it's not going to be in there. DC's foolish, so it's not going to be there. Everything
Actually,
else?
yeah, letter doesn't have to be locked behind anything. It doesn't have. It could be actually it doesn't have to be scale locked, but it absolutely cannot be bomb locked in any fashion. I was thinking for some reason, but no, hookshot access to Adult Lake is fine. You don't even need beams. I forgot that. But yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like Letter has to be Adult Lake because bombs are blocked by Hammer, which is blocked by Letter.
It could be Child Spirit or Lens game because we do have access to both of those, but
Yes.
not a lot else. Yeah, and it can't be Child Goron City because of the explosive problem.
Yep.
Hammer locked out of fire, so that completely kills that for Letter.
Can't be on any of the Great Fairies because they're all blocked by bombs.
Yep, and or Hammer, which, you know.
Or Strength 3.
Or that, and OGC's hinted dead anyway.
Yep.
So yeah, I think Adult Lake is our densest play for this letter.
Conveniently, Chuckles is near Adult Lake.
And then just follow the couple things from Spirit for the K-Sword, and I think we're in not quite, but near no mode.
Yes.
Just because we've seen almost everything that could be that letter.
And oh, by the way, don't forget to stop off at KF Storm's Grotto so that you can get your lights.
That too, because that is something Chuckles is missing. Just never had the opportunity to go past it with Storms, really, which...
Yeah.
Understandable, it's just kind of he'll go back with Minuet if needed, like at the end of the game. It's just a bit of a time thing.
Yeah. Although, depending on what he's looking for, he may find it while looking for the other stuff.
That is possible, too.
Because you think about it, you do all this for storms. Although by the time you get storms, if you're Chuckles, you're go minus lights.
Yeah.
He'll probably just wait for the Ganondorf hen.
Yeah.
And then you have Minuet, so you can get to forest pretty quick. Chuckles is going to shoot the sun.
It's long shot locked in Spirit's path. It's not the worst idea.
If Sword is here, I feel like Sword can be here. It is!
And it is, yeah.
Sword, wow.
Because we have a bow on Child shooting, and both are... Child Spirit for hookshot has a long shot that was available, because we have ranged weaponry for both ages.
Yeah.
It's not explosive locked. It's rank 2 locked, it's not explosive locked. That checks.
That's logical.
That is... Yeah, we are functionally in no mode. See, it's dumb. Dumber than dumb, but we're in no mode.
But now the question is, when are we going to see the letter?
Or not quite no mode, but we know there's only a couple things left for that letter.
Yeah. Well,
Unfortunately, Chuckles didn't check the... I don't think Chuckles checked the records of Adult Lake there.
well, I guess if... Well, no. Chuckles did not. But here's the question, though. Because Sword was in places that were not logically bomb blocked, does that now allow letter in Deku?
No, because that long shot is still path to Bongo.
Okay.
That's still the path prioritization is the problem.
Gotcha.
Is for those who don't know, we have it set in hints so that because there's a split win condition, items that are on the path to the Rainbow Bridge cannot not be hidden on the path to the boss key.
Ah.
So because Shadow's a stone, because Spirit's a stone and Shadow is the Spirit Medallion. We need bombs, yeah. And Jabu's a stone in this case is relevant for letter. Because Jabu's a stone and Shadow's the Spirit Med, Deku cannot be path to Bongo if it locked the letter, because then it would be... Yeah, which I think both runners know, although thinking about it mid-race is a whole different problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, letter is Adult Lake, Child Spirit, Lens game, I think remain the 3 places I can think of right now for it, which are some really awful spots, I'll be honest.
Well, here's a big chest in Child Spirit. That's a... Nice. So now if Chuckles goes Child Spirit looking for the letter, he's going to find a bomb bag. This is fantastic.
That's a spot and a half.
Well, okay then.
No, I'm just looking at
Wait,
this.
hold on. Yeah, long shot is still path to Bongo, even though that bomb bag also could be path to Bongo because we don't have a letter yet.
Yeah. Although that's interesting. I'm thinking of if that's... Is Child Spirit scale locked?
No, because Boomerang's on 10 skulls.
Oh, big chest in the basement is a Stone of Agony.
Yeah, I think Boomerang on 10 skulls and the fact that you can get Requiem because you don't need scale to get magic or hovers means that it's not scale locked.
So why is there's the bow finally for Lefty.
Yep.
Why is Strength 2 Path to Volvagia?
Strength 2 Path to Volvagia for scale for letter turn in, for hammer.
But bombs and ZL are available.
Wait, so bombs and ZL are available. Didn't need scale for either of those. Then, yeah, if that's the case, you can turn in the letter. If you can turn in the letter, because Requiem was in Composer, and you had to get to yeah. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta think for a second here.
So do I. I'm trying to think of why. Because we've been assuming that Strength 2 is locking Hammer is locking letter turn in for Hammer.
But the bomb bag and Child Spirit
Is because we have Boomerang for ranged weaponry as Child on 10 skulls. That's through 0.
we have
Access to Child Spirit is crossing Wasteland for ZL at Colossus for Requiem and Composer Grave.
And we have
Hovers were on Dompe.
So that's Sphere 0, basically.
Hovers were on Dompe. Epona's was we started with.
And
Magic is on Child Fishing, which is also Sphere 0.
so we have basically Sphere 2 access to the river. So then how is Strength... Wait, how is double Strength for Baronade too? Unless Rudo's Letter is double Strength blocked.
But it's the... But we've seen everything in...
Which would have to... The only way that can work is Long Shot blocked Kokiri Sword, which would force Rudo's Letter into Deku, but then the path prioritization kicks in.
Also, there was nothing in Deku. We just saw the entire thing. There was nothing in
No, he just went straight to the basement. He didn't check the upper floors.
Oh, yeah.
So if Rudo's Letter somehow is in Deku because that's Strength 2 blocked, but that doesn't make any sense.
Jabu is a stone, but yeah, that doesn't clarify...
Yeah, because we can beat Spirit. Strength 2 doesn't do anything good for Fire.
Yeah, I am trying and failing to figure out why our strengths, or why our first two strengths are path. They have to be. They're the only things we found in the respective regions. And just having a brain fart on why right now.
And we don't, and it's not like there's Strength 2 required for Shadow in any way, shape, or form.
No.
So
and besides, it's Volvagia and Baronade are the paths in question.
Yeah.
Like, we've been assuming it's for letter turn-in, but,
If it's not for letter turn-in, then it has to be something on Long Shot, but the only other... hold on.
I'm still trying to figure out... I'm still trying to work out where this letter is.
There's one thing we are potentially not accounting for.
Which is?
Irons in the Water Temple, which is Long Shot blocked. Ergo, Rudo's Letter's on Morpha. If Irons is accessible without Strength 2, without Hammer for Bomb... Well, no, bombs don't matter now because we have accessible bombs.
I think Strength 2 has to lock that letter. It's a matter of how, then.
Honestly, the one thing I can think of is, like, adult fishing for Irons to get in the water. So that you can get Rudo's Letter on Morpha.
Something stupid like that, yes. Which I would hate it, by the way.
Because we've already knocked out Child Spirit. Letter on Lens Game is dead by hints. That's about the only option. Is
Strength 2 has to lock letter for both our Hammer and our Jabu.
Yeah, which basically gives us Morpha as the letter.
And the Water Boss Key Chest, I think. Which suck.
Or the letter's just in the Water Boss Key Chest, too. That can also work.
But Water Temple is what we're looking at most likely.
Yeah.
Which,
So stupid Irons on Adult Link to go to Water Temple. But at least you're right there.
At least you're right there. I mean, we're also just running out of checks in general.
Yeah, like, this is all new levels of dumb. And oh, by the way, I don't think Chuckles has found it yet. The Bomb Bag in Child Spirit, which blows up the logic.
That's a terrible pun, and yes. Because we have been assuming that it was for the skill turn-in.
Yeah.
That clearly gets killed by the
Bomb
back in Child Spirit.
It's stupid.
It is stupid.
But Chuckles isn't Child to go Child Spirit yet.
Yep.
Unless Chuckles... Now, if Chuckles goes to the Hammer Chest to get the Bomb Bag, because he's right there.
Yep.
Is that going to go back into GTG? I don't know what he missed here.
Chasing Strength 2 something? I'm not sure.
Oh, wait. Actually, Rudo's Letter could just be in here.
It could be, yeah, I forgot that.
That would be much better than Adult Lake for Irons for Water Temple.
Yeah. Yes, Mel. Strength 2 is for Letter for Storms for Hammer. Correct. Letter for Storms and Hammer separately, but yes, Hammer was not Storms locked.
Yeah.
Or not even Storms. Strength 2 is for Letter for Hammer.
Yeah.
Letter locks Baronade, obviously. Hammer is required for Volv.
And then Storms just happens to block lights.
Yeah, pretty much is what it
But if you're going in the Ice Cavern and you get the Hammer, you're not leaving with all those Storms.
You're not, especially if you have the hint, which Chuckles did, because he did back late.
Yeah. All right, so small chest on top. small key in one of the like chests. Small key and left chest is big chest.
Well,
This
that's the
could be
key,
lighter.
by the way. We've seen all other checks. And
There's a
there
letter.
it is. All
Okay.
right, so that solves the mess. This seed sucks logic-wise.
We have managed to avoid the dumb that is Water Temple.
Yes. Irons are probably in Ganon somewhere.
Yep.
Okay, so Chuckles at this point is short a hammer.
And bombs.
He can get by without bombs, but he needs a hammer.
Yeah.
Now the question for Chuckles is, when does he go to Ice? He was in Adult River earlier, but getting Strength 2 sidetracked him off to Spirit Temple. Understandably, it just means he's in a bit of a spot for that. Lefty on the other side, he's going back to GTG here. He'll get his Mirror Shield, that's fine.
Still needs magic.
He needs magic off Child Fishing, which really kind of stinks.
Yeah, there's no good way to get that now.
Yeah, Serenades on OOT. He's not going to Jabu by way of Lake.
Yeah.
Not unless he specifically routes it, which is possible, I'm just not sure. Case Word on Shoot the Sun is kind of awful, too.
Yes, especially with long shot, strength 2 blocked.
And Boomerang on 10 Skulls stinks, too.
Yeah.
I think I would definitely give Chuckles the edge just because Lefty's missing items are in some really lousy spots.
Yeah.
And Chuckles has been better about being thorough and getting the really crappy spots.
Plus, Chuckles might end up going back to the big chest that he saw on the hammer spot just because, well, you need lights, and lights can very easily be there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. But yeah, Chuckles is otherwise missing just his hammer, and he's gonna go to Ice eventually for Storms in the Density.
Yeah, and we'll pick up hammer on the way and be happy about it.
Yep. And that'll also be required for lights.
But then at that point, I would bet Chuckles just stops doing checks because at that point he can get to Ganon and just get the Ganon hit.
Oh yeah, I think you finish Ice just because you're there, but then you leave the rest behind.
Well, yeah, you don't skip Storms because it blocks so much, and all you need is for Ganon to say bottom of the well lights, and suddenly you have to go back to Ice to get Storms to go to bottom of the well.
Yeah, which is not worth it.
No.
But yeah, I think Chuckles will obviously beat Jabu here. Can skip rank chest because that's a bomb tube, because that's a slingshot we really don't need.
Yeah.
And then yeah, I think Chuckles is going to be, Chuckles has the solid lead here, and I don't see a very easy way for Lefty to go do these really lousy checks.
Yeah.
Like, he'll get to some of them, just because he's only got so much left to do. It's just going to take him a while to get to all of these bad checks.
Yeah, if you're on Team Lefty, you really want Lefty to find the other magic.
That's his best. I think Child Fishing is the worst of the lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shoot the Sun's not great, but it's at least an adult check.
Yeah. Either that or you want Lefty. Well, here's the thing. Magic really isn't blocking much besides Shadow right now. So, if Lefty does Child Fishing when he goes back to do Deku, it's not really hurting them all that much.
No, but he does need to find it.
Yes. But,
yeah, and then Boomerang on 10 Skulls is just gross.
yeah, because, like, you never think about 10 Skulls until it shows up and it's like, oh, hi.
And also, he doesn't have Nocturne because that's behind that case word on Shoot the Sun.
Yeah.
Like, it's just kind of a chain of awful item spots for Lefty here.
Yeah.
Which, this is definitely an interesting tournament opener for restreams.
Yes.
Not the first seed of the tournament race by any means. We've had several that started earlier, but this is the first race stream, and it's certainly a showcase of the logic this randomizer can throw at you.
Well, Lefty is going to get the letter here, so that's going to throw pretty much everything Lefty has in logic.
Yeah. That gets him his hammer, which gets him his bomb bag.
Yep. Even though he got the one out of Child Spirit.
He has the one with hammer rocks, too.
Yeah.
And yeah, Child Spirit available.
The Child Spirit thing just opened up so many possibilities.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
almost disappointing that it was just in GTG and not in water. Because it feels anticlimactic. We haven't found any of our other bows yet.
Probably like in Forest Temple or something at this point, honestly.
Yeah. Or water. I'm just gonna put everything in Water Temple now.
Or water, yeah. I mean, the bow isn't path. It could be, but it doesn't have to be.
Yeah. Then we're just gonna see the endless rooms of Jabu Jabu. Oh, there's a big chest. Hold on.
Wonder what this is.
Big Goron sword.
Nope, Zora tunic.
Hey, we can go to Central Pillar.
Yeah!
That's what you want to do, right?
Just great. No, Chuckles is basically, well, he doesn't know it, but he's a hammer from Go mode, and he's going ice before he chases that.
Yep.
Especially because he doesn't have irons or gold scale. Unless one of them show up in here, but even then, I think I'd go ice before water. And storms.
Yeah. Plus, also, you don't have bombs, and you'd like to have bombs eventually.
Yeah. Chuckles is gonna... I'm not sure Chuckles will find a bomb bag, but if he does, it's gonna be really late.
Honestly, I don't know if Chuckles does, because you don't need bombs for another big chest.
This can't be a bomb bag, because we have seen all three now, but...
Also, I'm pretty sure this is Boomerang chest, which is a slingshot.
I think Chuckles just remembered. And yes. Oops, time loss. He...
Oh no!
Which could, in another day, it might have made a difference. It's not going to make the difference this race. I think he's too far ahead. But,
Yeah.
Doesn't feel good to do that.
No.
It happens. Brain farts happen. And there's been a lot to think about this scene, but oops.
Especially with how silly this logic has gotten.
Yeah, this logic's been very silly.
Anytime I see a big chest now, I'm kind of hoping it's Bigoron sword, just so that we get to see the giant sword. Alright, it looks like Lefty has gone back to Spirit to finish it off.
Makes sense, might as well. Yeah, Lefty should find K-Sword just because he's gonna follow the Spirit path, which is a long shot.
Yep.
He doesn't know for sure it's a long shot. He knows there's not many options for it, and he can't follow Strength 3, so...
Alright, Rudo. Glad you decided to respawn here.
Yep.
Okay, I really like seeing the Mirror Shield backflip in this room. It's much better than trying to do the vanilla way, also Strength 3 for Lefty.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I think... I do think Chuckles is just going to finish the seed out without a bomb bag, because...
I think so.
Shadow's the only thing left that you could really want it for, and you only need, like, what, 2 explosives?
Yeah.
You got enough choose for that. And then, Ganon's Tower doesn't require any explosives.
Yep. They're catching up a little bit on Discord since there's a lot of things going on. We have 28 racers, 7 groups of 4 runners for 42 total group matches, which is interesting,
yeah,
to say the least, for organizations. So we've had a lot of other matches going on. We've got a lot more matches happening. We will try to restream a couple races a day, and part of the conundrum with restreams is most of our volunteers are themselves racing.
Yep.
Love the enthusiasm. It does make it a little hard to get what we can on restream, but we'll have a restream later today. We will be putting Ksenja versus Zephyr here on SG3 at 4 p.m. Eastern, so you'll come back in a couple hours. Yes.
Gives you enough time to get a stretch break, grab some lunch, etc.
Much. And we'll have, yeah.
Carry a box. I like carrying boxes.
Yeah. That should be interesting to say the least. We've got loads of matches on the schedule. We'll see what we put on for tomorrow morning, tomorrow afternoon, evening. Well, if we get a 3-way tie, those are kind of unfortunately not great to restream, but we'll try to put on the 7-way tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Because that's going to be fun.
3-ways are, well, exactly that.
Yeah, for chat, SG, like, for online tournaments can do 3-way restreams if it's a little clunky.
Yeah.
In person, we can only do 2 at a time.
And that's just, yeah.
It's just a limitation of the physical setup in the rooms.
Yes. And it would feel bad to just say, okay, only 2 of you get to show up.
Yeah, because like, out of 7 is one thing, out of 3 is just...
Yeah.
Yeah, that just feels weird. Yeah, Barricades down.
Goopy explosions.
Yes, indeed.
You know, Baronade is one of the best bosses in this game, though. Even though it goes down really quickly, the fact that they put in a 4-phase boss, also high blue fire.
Got a blue fire bottle on Baronade?
Yep.
Oh yeah, and if you'd like, while commentators are obviously face-to-face, it is nice to come with someone who is sitting next to me for a change. We do permit, and if you want to help us track, you can do so remotely like usual. We would not mind assistance, given...
Everybody's currently in the other room.
Pretty much. There was a line out the door. We have a lot of races.
Yes.
There's 42 regular group matches for OOTR. Also, when I were doing the math, there's 135 for ALTTPR. And that's not counting the half-dozen smaller tournaments going on.
Yes.
There's 11 tournaments in total, so more than a half-dozen, but... There's like a handful I call medium. A Link to the Past No Major Glitches is 24, I believe, or so. Wind Waker is 17, SMZ3, something around that.
NHL 94 is 13.
That's a for fun side thing. MMR is at 12. And then we've got a couple under 10.
Yep.
Yeah, and by SGL terms, we're in person. Anything over 20 is big. Between 10 and 20 is medium, and then there's everything else goes as little.
Yes.
It's nice to see a wide representation. We've got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 different Zelda tourneys.
Yes.
But that's normal.
Yeah. You know, that is one nice thing about how open-ended Zelda games are, is they make for great tournaments of randomizers.
Oh, they do. Almost every main series Zelda game has a randomizer that... Well, I think just about every main series Zelda game that can feasibly be randomized is.
Yeah.
Like, there isn't really one for Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, or, like, the Four Swords games for reasons.
Yes.
Obvious reasons. Echoes of Wisdom is too new, and I'm not sure how you'd randomize that, honestly, but there's probably a way.
A Link Between Worlds has one, though, which is kind of interesting.
They basically randomize the chop.
Yeah.
Is the short version of how that works. I've seen a bit of it. We actually had a Link Between Worlds randomizer online tournament for SGL, which is pretty neat. I think their first major tournament.
Yeah. It's always nice to see the new communities propping up, though.
Oh, for sure. LBWR has only been around a couple of years, which is new by Zelda terms. Like,
yes.
HCPR has been around for, like, 8 years now.
V1R has been around the same about the same amount of time.
OTR has been around for about 5. MMR is a couple, like a year or 2 newer.
V2R exists.
V2R is old.
Yes.
Like, it's also like 7 or 8 years old, I think, at this point.
I want to say it's like right around, yeah, probably about 7, I'd say.
Checking the Z2R Discord Hall of Champions, first edition of the standard tournament was 2016, so 8.
Yeah.
At minimum. Unos won it all the way back then, it looks like.
Yep. Link's Awakening, DX has one.
LAS has one as well. Twilight Princess is one of the newer Zelda randos. They're in the middle of their first ever tournament, like their first main tournament, which is neat.
You have both the Oracle games, as well as some sort of like cross-game thing with them.
OT Majora's Mask has a crossover rando now.
Yeah, so does Zelda 1, Metroid 1, Link to the Past, and Super Metroid.
SM1,
Z1, M1, Z3, M3.
Yeah, thank you for the acronym.
It's...
God, it was scrambled. As well as Z1, M1, and SMZ3 separately as well.
There is no Z2 Metroid 2 yet. And I
No.
don't even know how you would do that. Like,
Yeah.
that one would be just, no.
Yeah.
You'd be better off doing Link's Awakening Metroid 2.
Oh, by the way, Chuckles is nice. Good.
Yep.
This is going to be his go, basically.
Yeah, and I don't see Chuckles. If Chuckles leaves without Song of Storms, I will be shocked.
So will I. There's just too much it locks for lights.
Plus,
He's seen
he's
most
seen
of
the
the
hint.
Yeah. And he's seen most of the game, too. Like, there's
Yeah.
not that much left for him that's not Storms locked for these lights.
Yeah, what are you going to do? Hope you find irons and go to Water Temple?
Or gamble on Light Trial, which, I mean, possible, but still. I don't think I would take the risk, especially because it's pretty quick.
Look, if you gamble on Light Trial and find irons and go to Water Temple, that's on you.
Yeah. Oh, also, you have Loot Fire Arrows, so it's even faster.
Yeah. And thirdly, on top of all of that, Ganondorf is going to tell you it's Kokiri Forest, which will tell you, oh, I should get Storms.
Yeah, no, I would just... you just get Storms
Yeah.
here.
But we have a major development from Lefty also. They are going towards the lake.
Doing a Valley Lake round, or not. Playing Prelude as we say that.
Ow.
Oh, Lefty. That's an ouch.
See, this is where blue fire arrows gets to be useful, and I like it.
It is nice, yeah. Sorry, Discord things.
Oh, that makes sense. There's the hammer for Chuckles. Chuckles.
Setting for Roars is okay.
Yeah, this is interesting, though. Going to fire. Okay, so
He's gonna he's left for Roars there. If Ganon it tells him that lights are, he's gonna use a little time that he's gonna be unable to set for Roars and Ganon's the first time. He's gonna go in, and if it wasn't Storm's locked, he would have had to then
yeah.
reset and set for Roars, but it's not the biggest deal.
Yeah. It's an interesting play, just... It seems like it's basically just a gamble of, okay, I'm just going to gamble I don't need Storms. Which, you're an hour 50 in and you just hit your go mode, I can get that.
Oh, yeah. He's also, he's gonna find his hammer here. He definitely leaves fire.
If anything... I mean, the rest of the dungeons are pretty easy to get to, and honestly, Ganon's castle isn't that bad to get to from Prelude.
No, it isn't.
Compared to Ice? Okay, it looks like Chuckles is going to go for bottling fairies. Doesn't have traditional explosives, so might just use up all the bomb shoes on...
He doesn't need choose for anything else at this point.
Shadow's Wall.
Actually, yes, I forgot. He does need to save one chew for that. Good point.
Because I think that's the only explosive you have to use in Shadow, depending on the key logic. No, because you have strength, so you can use bomb flowers for the skull pod.
But you do need an explosive for the room for the boat, possibly.
I would be checking what the chest is before I even get in there.
Yes, but you might need it for that, is the point.
Yeah.
Okay, Lefty, good, is chasing that long shot path into his key sword, so that's good.
Yep. We'll see if Chuckles leaves himself 1 or 2 chews here. If he leaves 2 chews, that's fine. If he doesn't, also it might depend on his tribute count if he's just going to go buy more chews. He got 159.
Yeah, he might. Light arrows are in the Kokiri Storms grotto. Ganondorf will give Chuckles a hint. It's not terribly concerning.
Chuckles is now going to be doing slower Volvagia because it looks like he missed a chew.
I think so, yep.
So now he's just going to go ahead and do... Does Neighbor's Love stop heat damage?
I don't remember.
Because that would that's like not a terrible idea. Is just pop Neighbor's Love and see if you can stop the heat damage. You're good. If nothing else, you'll at least, you know, do something fun.
He has 2 fairies. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, he should be fine. Looks like we're going to see Deku for Lefty. Lefty still does not have the magic, but is going to get Nocturne here.
Yep.
Now, Lefty may check the rest of Deku, which may well lead to the other magic.
Yeah.
Bavagia goes down. Lefty heads over towards Deku Tree. There's the Sapphire. Now, Chuckles can get into Ganon's castle at the moment. I expect Chuckles will go ahead and do Shadow first.
You need to do it anyway.
Yeah.
You have to find keys.
And, oh, by the way, you need to do Shadow to get the boss key for Ganon's castle, which you need in order to get the lights hint, so there's literally no reason to do this after.
No, I would be very confused if Chuckles went to Ganon's right now, because, like, what are you doing?
Unless, well, nope, he's not doing that.
Is going, where is he going, actually? Oh, he might be getting magic.
That could be, yeah. Maybe buying a green potion, actually.
No, he's just gonna get magic from this.
Oh, there's magic in this grass, okay.
Get the magic first, then play Nocturne.
The little warpy light doesn't immediately port you to there. Okay, nope, I'm gonna go buy something.
Oh, okay, now where is he going?
Maybe looking for Deku Nuts?
Maybe, yeah, he is out.
Deku Nuts would be an interesting purchase here.
Do they sell Deku Nuts even here?
I don't know. They do.
Okay, that answers that.
Today we learned that the Kakariko Village Bazaar's adult sells Deku Nuts.
Yep. Good to know. I'll be honest, I never had to do that before, so never thought about it.
This is actually the first time I've seen a Deku Nut purchase.
It doesn't come up very often.
So there's your fun fact of the day, folks.
Yep.
Deku Nuts are sold there. Okay, so now we're going to see the upper Deku Tree, which is garbage and garbage.
Yep. Yeah, Lefty doing this because he doesn't have the boomerang off 10 skulls.
Yep. And here we go into Shadow Temple. Oh, there's a big chest.
Ooh.
We know what that... I'm pretty sure Chuckles picked this up. Big chest is stone.
Right, we saw that earlier.
That is the one Chuckles picked up. Looks like a small key on the first chest.
Yep.
And here comes Dead Hand 2. And looks like it is a little rinky-dink.
Yep.
That's what I call the small chests anymore. It's just rinky-dink chests.
Yeah.
Occasionally, I'll open them early to look for things like shoes or the stick upgrade. But if I got a stick upgrade, I generally try to start doing that less. Or if I desperately need some kind of ammo, I'm going to hope that I get ammo.
Yeah.
Oh, into the infinite abyss with you.
Yep, that happens. Sorry, I am currently busy with the admin thingies. My Discord's blowing up as the usual.
Discord tends to do that.
In particular, because there's a lot of stuff. Lefty is short of boomerang on 10 skulls is the thing he needs.
Yep.
Unfortunately, it's a boomerang on 10 skulls.
And also needs magic somewhere.
Magic, and the only one we've seen is on child fishing, unfortunately. Also really lousy.
Yes. Especially because there's legitimately zero convenient ways to do it unless you're going to get all 3 stones, get Serenade, and then warp there.
But at that point, you don't have a reason to because Jabu's a stone.
Exactly. Except if you're desperately looking for magic.
Which he more or less is really out of checks, to be honest.
Yeah, because you're not going to do Shadow Temple without magic. You can't get in the door.
Nope. It is. We do in fact play on a more or less glitchless rule set.
And if you're going to go to Ganon's castle looking for magic, while an interesting play, actually, from a density standpoint, that is better for Lefty to do than to look at child fishing.
Yeah.
So just go to Ganon's castle looking for magic.
Which, I mean, double magic might be in there, to be fair.
If it is.
The thing is, the Lefty needs that boomerang.
Yeah. But I think Lefty's got 10 skulls at this point. Just needs to actually go
I think
there.
he does have it. It's just, yeah, he doesn't have a good reason to.
And, I mean, you could get Nocturne now.
I think he'll do that after Child Cleanup. Child Cleanup might get him his magic, which would be nice.
Yep.
Like, I think he's at the point where he has to do Child Cleanup, because he's done his dungeons. He doesn't really have anything else left to do there, so...
I mean, yeah. Although, if he gets the boomerang before he goes to child fishing, then... anyone's guess. Because that is certainly a possibility. Meanwhile, we see the sharpshooter room.
Yep.
The Shadow Temple is one of those dungeons that, like, there's not really a whole lot that changes. Because it's so linear. Really, the question is, how much of the post-boat stuff do you have to do? Because I believe it is certainly possible to get a seed where you don't have to do any of the post-boat.
That is correct. Oh, by the way, 2 hours lossless bridge scrub, anyone? Happy 2 hours, everyone?
Oh my... Wait, that was never checked.
Nope.
Wow.
Yes, Lefty had other stuff to do, but that is a very late lossless bridge scrub.
Yeah.
And Ocarina of Memory Game just never did these checks.
Well, Ocarina of Memory Game did get done by Chuckles.
Yeah, but I meant, like, Lefty never touched this side of the map as a child.
I mean, Lefty really hasn't spent much time as child in the seed.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, there's been a lot to do as adult, and not much to do as child.
Yes.
Because Lefty did do the early child one brief, not for long, but yeah.
Yeah. Right there, and then that's the boss key.
Yep.
So, very unlikely we're going to need to do post-boat stuff.
But do you check it anywhere for lights? Because Chuckles has his furores in ice.
If I'm Chuckles, I definitely do.
I would, yeah.
It's not worth it to have to come all the way back here for lights.
It's like 2 or 3 minutes to run all the way back through. It's not fast.
Compared to just take the minute or so to check them.
Yeah, exactly.
If you have lights, you definitely don't check it.
Yeah, well, of course. Duh.
Because if you have lights, even if you're still missing stuff, eh.
But in this case, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get an earache from these headphones. Alright, let's see. Art there. Back adult for Lefty. Lefty has Nocturne. No.
To answer the question, the lights were in the Kokiri Forest, Storm's Grotto.
Yep.
So that's why Chuckles is going to have to go back to Ice Cavern to get the Storm's Grotto.
He does have furores and ice at least, but yes, he does have to do that. Oh, Chuckles is having some problems aiming some chews. He does have a strength, so this is not the worst thing. But
I was about to say, you gotta save one chew for the other chest in the event that it's a key.
Yep.
Because you can't afford to skip chests.
No. I mean, ice was forced anyway, Virgil, because a hammer was in there, and we really needed that for ice. And this Lost Woods Bridge Scrub being Scrub Roundup being late does make sense because explosives were so dumb this seed.
Also, having to answer Discord things.
Yep.
It's all sorts of fun.
Yeah, because also here is racing and stuff.
Yes.
Different kind of stuff to keep reading Discord on the day, but yeah, we're busy.
Yes. And when you get pinged by the admin, it's like, oh, okay, I probably should respond.
Yep.
Okay, all of Discord has been answered. Then we're going to see Lefty go ahead and do adult shooting gallery. Just some adult cleanup now. Did not do child fishing.
Yeah, nope. No child fishing. It is out of the way, I get it, but but from our perspective, we know it's going to bite.
Yeah. Because now you have access to Shadow and can complete it. You just can't get in the door. Okay, here we go. Last chew for Chuckles. Cannot miss with this.
He does get it. Good.
For a piece of heart. Okay, so Chuckles should be good on eating explosives for the remainder of the run. As the boomerang has been found for Lefty.
Yep. And there is our last key for Chuckles.
Yep. So now we are going to see the jump onto the boat.
Ride the boat.
And summon a scarecrow as you do it. That one always is interesting how the two jingles just overlap each other.
Yeah, as Raphael said, we had 2 pad strikes intended for letter, for letter and GTG to get hammer and ice because stuff.
Yep. And oh, by the way, all of this is while you're thinking your bombs are hammer blocked, but they're actually just sitting in Child Spirit, which you can get with all Sphere Zero stuff, basically.
Yeah, we thought it was that because Scale was in the Grand City Maze. Letter was AWOL, of course.
Yeah. Only to find, oh, well, it looks like I guess I can just go to Child Spirit.
More or less, yeah.
But also, it's Child Spirit. It's not exactly the best place to go early. So Lefty looks like they're headed over towards Jabu. Now, I could see going to Hylia after Jabu because of the warp that's there, but based on the way Lefty's been playing this, I'm kind of expecting they're going to go to Ganon's castle first. And Chuckles is going to gamble on none of the post-boat items.
Nope, he is going straight to Bongo.
We know that this is going to work out, but this is a big gamble to make at this stage.
Yeah, because it is a couple minutes of run back through if the lights are here. I mean, they aren't in this case, but they could be, and it's a choice you make, definitely. Like, same with bailing out of storms. But
So if you're doing this, does it start to become more worthwhile to go ahead and push the block out of the way to open up the shortcut?
I think I would have personally, but I'm also more of a conservative player.
Because you know your Furores is set in ice.
Yeah.
So you don't have access to quickly Furor's back. Chuckles got to watch his health a little bit. Okay, should be good now.
Low on health, but that shouldn't be an issue. Hopefully, watch me calm jinxes.
So this is what, 155 BPM?
Something like that, yes. Yep.
There we go.
And yeah, he still has a fairy. I thought so.
Okay, then we're good.
Oh, that is Bongo down for Chuckles.
Yep.
Brain's a little tired.
Which is going to leave us with Chuckles headed to Ganon's castle.
Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know if Chuckles had burnt both or just one. Double magic on Bongo Bongo!
Oh, that's funny for Chuckles, unfortunate for Lefty.
That's probably... That is probably enough to close the curtain on Lefty's window to be able to get in.
He's been behind for a while, but...
Yeah, but...
Yeah, he's not hitting go mode before Chuckles finishes.
Magic in Ganon's castle was Lefty's best bet, but double magic on Bongo Bongo is just stupid. You know, Chuckles doesn't really have a ton of arrows here, so might want to consider getting one or two. Maybe in the pots below Ganon, although you still need to get lights. But lights realistically is what, maybe 3 minutes?
It's not much. Chuckles is going to spend a couple of minutes climbing the tower. He's going to get the hint. He's going to reset for roars and then go get lights.
Yep.
It's not too bad.
And then you got to climb the tower again, so... Yeah, maybe like, I don't know, 10, 15 minutes left?
Yeah, tops.
Because if your execution's good on the cloud time the first time, the second time it's just a free walk.
Yep.
We're not going to see any checks inside of Ganon's castle, which is kind of nice.
Just the boss key chest. If it's big, Chuckles will open it because it might be lights from his perspective.
As long as Chuckles doesn't muscle memory set for roars.
If he does, he's going to lose some additional time to go having to minuet back to ice.
Yeah. Please do not muscle memory set for roars here.
Oh, and he's gambling light trial, which... Oh, Chuckles. It is the densest play, but there's so much other left. Like, he's got all of water, all of fire.
Also, you can get the Ganondorf hint and then just reset, so then you come back to light trial immediately after.
Also, two big chests, as
Yeah.
you say things, which I am thoroughly unsurprised is a bow and irons. I was like, that might be two bows side by side, but nope, bow and irons.
As long as Chuckles doesn't just go to Water Temple.
I mean, if he does, I think he's nuts.
There's no reason to just go to Water Temple.
Like, I like Chuckles and all, but if he goes water, he's gone nuts.
Yeah, that's like... that's going for the universe brain gamble.
No, he's not doing that.
But it is nice to know that irons were in Ganon's castle, so technically speaking, that would have also killed Rudos in water, so that's nice.
We do now know that of all the items that lock checks. Well, we were still missing gold scale, and last bow is probably in the forest temple or something, but yeah, they don't care much.
Yeah. If you had iron boots in light trial on your bingo card, congratulations. You get a square.
Yeah, whatever items you left, we don't really mind. Exactly.
Yep. Well, at least now, actually, this does present a problem.
Yeah?
If Lefty sees the irons, we might see Lefty start to move towards Water Temple for magic.
Yeah, that would not help because we know it's childlike.
Yeah.
Light magic. I mean, Lefty's utterly kind of screwed, unfortunately, in general. But
Yeah.
it's just Lefty didn't play poorly per se. The item, his route really didn't work out today.
Yeah. There were some highlights of his route, going for the early ice through King's Aura skip, getting the bomb bag. Just, there were a couple of places where it didn't really coalesce, and that's what killed it.
Pretty much. Like Chuckles ended up doing some of these really lousy loose end checks earlier because he didn't have bombs, he didn't get hammer, and it worked out.
Yep.
So, like, no major execution mistakes on either side.
No.
I wouldn't say there's any major routing errors, just kind of...
Yeah.
One route worked out better than the other.
Yeah, like... Oh, but Chuckles is dispelling for worse. This is gonna not be great.
Why would he even set for Roars and Ice if you dispel it here?
Yeah, like, this might have been a muscle memory. Because it's definitely longer to walk all the way through. Unless he's just gonna reset? But when was the last time he saved?
I don't know. He didn't save before setting for Roars.
Yeah.
Like, if he was going to scum the Roars, he would have saved and then used it.
Yeah. Unless he did save before using it.
Which...
Okay, here's the reset.
So we're gonna find out when his last save was. I don't remember. He saved before setting. Okay, thank you, Chortle.
Yeah. Okay, that makes way more sense.
Sorry, yeah. A lot to keep track of. I'll also freely admit I'm a little tired.
Okay. Gonna return to the warp point, and that'll take him back to ice.
Okay, good.
So now we'll get the Song of Storms. Go to Kokiri's Forest. Looks like Lefty will be able to get into Ganon's castle before Chuckles finishes up here, so we'll see what Lefty decides to do with it.
Pretty much.
Because honestly, if you're looking density, you do Ganon's castle, and then you just go water.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then you go just do Adult Lake stuff.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's everything but Child Lake.
Yeah. In a literal sense of the word.
Yep. People filtering in and out of the peanut gallery as races start and end.
Yes.
But yeah, we do have other tournaments and restreams going on. SG schedule at... In about 2 hours, we'll have another restream here on this channel. For OTR, we'll have Ksinja versus Zephyr, which come back for that. It looks like we have some Z1R starting up at 3 p.m. between Malchior and Sausage Link. That'll be on SG2. And Super Metroid Rando is going on SG Main at 3:30. That'll be us. Glove versus MM2 NES cartridge. That name's always a mouthful.
Yeah.
So plenty more races to come up. We'll have Link to the Past randomizer later today at 6 p.m. Eastern. That'll be Iceman versus Jarok. We've got more SMR, more LTTPR. We'll have more OTR tomorrow as well. Exact race TBD. I need to chat with my co-admin once we get out of here. But plenty more to be had. Lots of action, lots of stuff happening. Busy weekend.
Yes. Getting the weird jump, as I call it. Lefty going to leave the blue fire inside of Jabu Jabu.
Doesn't need it at this point. He's full cleared ice.
Yeah.
And he has blue fire arrows, so it really doesn't matter.
Getting the Kokiri Stone as we see Chuckles go toe-to-toe with an Ice Wolfos. And there goes the Ice Wolfos.
Yep. Very easy.
You would think for the fact that it's a mid-boss and it's bigger than a regular Wolfos, it would have more health, but no.
One hit to the tail does it.
Yep.
Alright, Hydropy and Storms.
Yep.
Play Minuet, and then go over to the case. Kokiri Storms Grotto.
I don't think we're going to see any more Bomb Chew purchases, but if Chuckles needed more Bomb Chews.
He has the money.
Yes. Can buy 2 packs.
Yeah. Though in general, like, as we get to the end of the seed here, it's been pretty fun here at SGL so far. It's always nice to meet people again. So and I have now run into each other 3 years running.
Yep.
Always a pleasure to see you, of course. So we've known each other for longer than that.
Yep.
We have 11 total tournaments here this year. Link to the Past No Major Glitches Vanilla. Link to the Past Randomizer. Super Metroid Map Randomizer. The Super Metroid Zelda Link to the Past Randomizer Crossover Rando. Also known as SMZ3. We have Zelda 1 Randomizer, Final Fantasy 1 Rando, Super Mario Brothers 3 Random, SMB3R, Mega Man X 100%, this tournament, of course, Majora's Mask Randomizer, which is new this year, and Wind Waker Randomizer returning again for the 3rd year.
Here are the lemon drop lollipops.
Yep. And back off to Ganon's.
It is amazing how lollipop-like the texture of those is.
You're not wrong, yeah, it is kind of, now that you mention it.
Which would make the fire arrows, I think, cherry, and then the ice arrows are blue raspberry.
Yes.
Or maybe strawberry for the fire arrows because they're a brighter red. I would say orange, but that's too common.
It's not really orange colored either.
Yeah.
More red than orange.
Back into Ganon's castle as Lefty is going to start doing some forest trial and finds a little chest.
It'll be like a 221, 222 thereabouts for Chuckles here.
Yeah. Lefty's going to head over to the water trial. Looking for more magic. Oh, there's a big chest.
What is this?
It is
Goron
Goron tunic.
Sure.
Well, it's a good thing you got the wallet to buy the Goron tunic. And Ganon's Tower, to me, has some of the best sound design in Ocarina of Time.
It is pretty neat with like the organ theme and all.
Plus how it gets louder the closer you get.
Yep.
Somebody once made the argument that all Ganon did after taking over the world, because he took it over in like 3 days with the power of the Triforce, he just practiced the organ for 7 years.
I mean, it's pretty decent organ playing.
Yeah. And here's the irons for Lefty.
It really won't matter. Like, Chuckles is going to be done by the time Lefty gets to Water Temple, basically.
Yeah, the question is, will Lefty go to water or finish out in here?
I think he'll finish off the checks and cannons.
Yeah.
No real reason not to.
Plus, you'll probably get the small key you need to get to the other check in light.
Yep. Because there's not that much in water either.
Pulling out the hammer, the light arrows, and the empty bottle.
Yep. Because we were discussing this a little while ago, how OT is a well-coded video game, collision is weird, and for some reason the bottle has an enormous hitbox that you can use to hit back the projectiles.
Furthermore, you can keep your power crouch stab power at the jump slash without needing to worry about reflecting the Ganon tennis balls because the bottle reflects evil. Which means whatever the glass is made out of is the same material as the Master Sword.
Yes, because that makes sense. And as far as the hammer goes, nice gold scale.
Yep.
One of the quirks of OT N64, this does not apply to the 3DS version or its randomizer. I'm not sure on its randomizer actually, but is that there just isn't a value in the damage table for crouch stabs.
Yeah.
So it just stores whatever it is you last did. And
Yep.
that includes properties like the breaking rocks of hammer,
Yep.
or the extra boost Master Sword does on Ganon.
Yeah.
Which
So-
is why we crouch stab Ganon with a hammer whenever possible on phase 1.
Yes.
And if you don't have that, next best option is the big Goron sword because you can crouch stab.
Yes.
And if that fails, and if you don't have either of those, well, there's a lot of stuff you can use against Ganon. But the next option, and the one we tend to see, especially in the Scrubs tournament, both keys in Spirit Trial, by the way. The next option is nuts, because for some reason, one, they do damage to Ganon, and B, they have an enormous hitbox, so it's hard to miss.
So what you're saying is the best strategy to deal with Ganon is do the rolling you've been doing around Hyrule Field for the whole game and Deku Nuts.
Yes! If you're bad at aiming crouch stabs, Deku Nuts, or if you're just low on health or whichever, roll through his legs and use Deku Nuts.
Look, one of the things that Rando teaches you is that Deku Nuts are amazing, and you didn't pay enough attention to them as a kid.
Oh, absolutely.
Seriously, Forest Temple, great for dealing with opposed. In general, in Deku Tree, even though it's expected to be used there, Armos Knights, it helps deal with them. Ganon, like, there's very little you can't do with Equinox.
They're hilarious. I don't know why Deku damage Ganon, but they do. So
Maybe because the devs thought, nobody's gonna do this. Let's put it in as a joke.
maybe. But at any rate, though, we do have a finish coming up here for Chuckles.
Yep.
Gonna finish up and take his first match here in group with an official. Well, timer 222.57.
Man,
GG, guys.
he seems very happy.
Well, I'd imagine so. Yes.
Yes.
Let me mark.
Oh, man.
What a match.
What a match indeed. And again, Lefty didn't make any major errors, just the routes worked out differently.
And that's
all it
random
was.
sometimes for you, is just
Yeah.
you pick a route, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, TJ.
So GG's.
Hello? Thank you. Ooh.
Yeah, GG's. I think we might need to move back so you guys are within sight of the camera.
Oh yeah.
I'll just like move to the side as
I'll
well.
just slide out.
Yeah, we kind of need to scoot
Yep.
back.
Hi,
yeah,
Mom.
Lefty, you
There
are
we go.
out of
I'm on the
the
telly.
There we go.
There we go now.
All right, so for chat's benefit again, that's Lefty and that's Chuckles.
Yep. So bomb bags.
Oh my, yeah, where are they?
So
Hammer Rocks and Child Spirit.
Okay, I actually thought one of them was going to be.
So I got the
Arrow.
other two.
Ah, okay.
I did Child Spirit, and I rushed GTG really, and crossed the desert. So like while you were doing Valley Lake, I was crossing the desert, picked up ZL, went back and did other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I assume.
I know that child fishing is like the bane check of these settings. So I just thought when I picked up Magic then, I was like, ooh. Like, because this is great for FW, like, and things like that as well. So I was warping all over the place this seed.
Oh yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
and Magic was terrible to seed anyway.
It didn't open much because
No,
Nocturne was
Shadow
late.
was so late, yeah.
Combined with Bongo having the other Magic, it's like okay.
Oh yeah, Bongo is double
Yeah.
magic because of
Oh,
course.
oh,
it
Oh
was.
yeah, Bongo
that
has
makes
the other
sense.
Magic.
That makes
yeah.
sense. Like I said, I was on my way to child fishing because I was like, maybe Magic has got it. That's why I was like cleaning up weird stuff that I skipped or whatnot. And then, I was on my way to child fishing, and then, the long shot didn't get anything. I couldn't find anything in Spirit Temple. I was like, well, let's go shoot the sun. So I immediately bailed, shoot the sun, Kokiri sword, followed that chain for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is a good, reasonable thing to do.
No, yeah, no. I was saying, I don't think you made any spectacular routing errors. You guys took different routes.
I think, like, my routing really was bad. Like, I think,
Yeah, you had some early advantages. You got the
Yeah.
hammer a lot earlier because you did ice early. You went, you went spirit. You had the bomb bags. Explosives were a bit of an issue for you both this
crazy.
season.
And I was
Yeah.
like,
You both went to the shoe salesman, I think, at least once each.
I went to, I just walked, when I went back to GTG to pick up the Ruto's letter, and then I was just like, walked past the Bonchi man, and I was like, oh, I could buy more shoes.
Because explosives were just in lousy spots. Like, we saw the burning cack bomb back and laughed because we knew DC was a fireman.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
okay, that's that.
Yeah, it's like, never getting that. Like,
It's funny. Foolish DC and a bomb bag on burning cack. Funny game. Funny.
I saw that, and then I was like, oh dear, what's this gonna do? Like, this is gonna be crazy.
So we got a little bit scared about the logic because of the bomb bag on Child Spirit, and we were convinced that Strength 2 was necessary to get Hammer to get bomb bag.
And then it turns out it was just a letter, yeah.
Yeah.
Because we were like, where is this letter at? Because we had an interesting collection of paths. Graveyard for Konorova was just hovers. You didn't need Requiem to seed for that.
Oh, where was the graveyard Darova hint? I never found that
Lake
one.
Lab. Oh yeah, Chuckles. One of the things you did early was you did Child Lake. You got that magic. You did both Lake Lab and Back Lake because we had no paths
But
until
that was it.
point.
That's why I did it. I was like, I have no direction of where to go, so I thought.
Which made perfect sense.
And I didn't have Serenade. I just thought, all right, I'll do Valley Lake, pick up a load of hints.
Yeah,
and
you got the Graveyard Robot for hovers, which relatively inconsequential, but you got a hint that Ice had storms, which was nice.
Oh, yeah, that definitely helped.
Yeah, well, the light arrows are in the Kakiri Storms chest.
And the Back Lake hint was the other Back Lake hint was Boomerang Chest had a slingshot.
And I knew that, and I still did the check.
Yes, we noticed.
And I was like, I think I even mouthed like, "This is a slingshot."
Yeah, your paths: Graveyard to River for hovers, River to Volve, and and Field to Baronade, both were strengths, which was interesting because we're like,
well, that's how I knew then the letter was definitely in the strength 2 checks in GTG.
Well, we kind of forgot that letter could be strength 2 locked. We thought it was for the scale because Bomb Bag was AWOL for an hour.
Yeah, well, and everything could have just been for the bomb bag as well, which is why I was really dubious about everything.
It was, and then Spirit to Bongo was obviously that long shot for Shoot the Sun for K-Sword, because Temple of Time was path, which we knew immediately had to be Nocturne.
Yes, yeah, and then you know that there's nothing behind the Deku tree as well because it's path to Bongo. So that's why I didn't do anything in Deku. And then I was like, oh wait, the lights are in there probably.
No, we did see you. We did see you bail out of Ice after the hammer, but you left for Roars.
Yeah,
so
I thought that was a bit of a cheeky move. I was like, okay.
Oh, so you bailed and
Yeah.
Well, that was basically my glow
Hammer
mode,
was glow mode, yeah.
Yeah, my hammer was glow mode.
Oh wow,
yeah,
I had hammer at like 10 minutes.
Did you? You went ice really early.
Like really early, like
Because I had ZL and I was pushing ZL. I figured you wouldn't cross the wasteland, so after I did GTG early, crossed the desert, got ZL, pushed ZL into whatever I could, which turned into Ice Cavern because I got a bottle, got the hammer and storms, and then went from there.
Yeah, because then I picked up the letter, which was path to Baronade, and then the other strength is to River to Volve. So I was like, okay, this letter means that the hammer is either storms locked or behind or an ice or something like that.
Yeah, yeah, like that was kind of your some interesting early divergences.
Yeah.
You cleaned up more of those random loose checks, Chuckles, which ended up paying out. 10 Skulls Boomerang was late for Lefty too. That was second to go mode, I believe.
And that was just me on the way picking up like the Requiem check as well. And I was just like, all right, okay, well I rarely pick up skulls, so I was quite happy with that.
Yeah, you got 10 skulls for the ring. You got that Shoot the Sun. The K-Sword at least was kind of hinted behind long shot, but that Boomerang and the Magic were really big stinkers.
Yeah, I just they ended up being in a spot that I didn't clean up properly. I still think if I had gone child fishing and and actually committed and picked it up, then went Shoot the Sun, I think you were still a few minutes ahead of me, just thinking about it. Like,
I think you were a little still behind even if you did that, but it would have been a lot closer.
Especially with...
Because I cleared like all the bottom of the well and storms checks, which you obviously didn't do.
Oh, yeah, because I haven't...
the well was an absolute snore. I think there was a chew pack in there.
Yeah, they gave me chews that like opened up more of the seed for me.
Don't know bomb pack. The strength is bomb locked, isn't it?
Yeah, and then there was the hint that
our bombs bags were our strengths were River Grotto and Open Grotto, so those are both tier 0.
Not it was the fire arrows that was in the other grotto.
And then there was the frogs. One hint was the 20 pack. So like early on, also before I had like the 10 pack or whatever, I was like, I'm just gonna go get that. And I walked in the river. Wait a minute, I don't have explosives or a scale. I
was really annoyed when I saw the River to Evolve hint, because I was like, that's a bomb back. That's the second time in 2Cs where there's like explosives in River, and I didn't do it early. And when I saw it was a strength, I was like, okay.
River before the one in Field, so at first we thought it was just strength for fire, because that's how that goes.
Makes sense.
And then we see strength 2 equally available, and we go,
yeah. And then all 3 strengths were in path areas.
Yeah,
but it was just weird because I didn't think anything could be in Ganon's castle. I was kind of just Hail Marrying that second magic was there.
Yeah.
But K-Sword could have been in there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also, I owe both of you an apology because I went down the rabbit hole of irons and DTG for Water Temple.
Oh, well,
it was.
yeah. And I was fearful of being like, I bet the iron boots are somewhere and the light arrows are in water.
They're in light trial.
But then, yeah, I did light trial. I always do light trial first when I don't have the light arrows. So just in case they're in
We
there.
did have a bit of a mild, like kind of joking mostly, concern because early on we weren't sure what Graveyard Tarova was, and there was a wallet in there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there was.
Well, there was a small key on Child's side, right?
No.
No, there was no keys on Child's side. I counted.
I counted the keys wrong then.
Spirit keys were Compass Chest, Boulder's Chest, so both adult side. The Statue
Yeah,
Hand
that's
was
right.
key 4.
Yeah.
Boss key was the ledge. Child Climb was key 3. Forearms was key 5. So,
Oh, yeah, I didn't mark that properly.
yep. So yeah, no keys on Child side. There was a bomb bag in Child Spirit, but it was not logically required. I'm not sure which one of Hamrock or Child Spirit is first in the sphere count.
I'm pretty sure Child Spirit is first, given the accessibility of Boomerang, Magic.
Hovers,
So
true, yeah.
from that, Magic and Hovers, which gets you across the desert to ZL, which gets you access to Requiem.
Yeah, that's true, yeah. So, Child Spirit, although Hammerrock's, yeah, a little deeper because stuff got stupid there, too.
Yeah.
But both were available. Yeah, the bow also left you in a little bit of an interesting spot for a bit, Lefty.
Yeah, if I had that earlier, I could have one cycled through GTG and had more
Oh, did you not have
things.
the bow?
No.
I had bow early.
Lefty went child at, like, immediately, but didn't have money for
Oh,
child
yeah, that's
shooting.
what happens when you don't have money for the sling. Yeah, when you
Right.
don't go
Well,
do
then
that straight away.
and then I just save quit, and you're on the bridge, and then I,
Yeah.
jumped the chains, did Lon Lon Ranch, immediately when adults started routing that way. So, and then the second time I went to market, it was nighttime, so I did, Richard, didn't play Sun Song, just save quit and warped out and kept going. So it was like my third time through market. I was like, all right.
So you had a bit of the seed wasn't very pleasant to you, really, then.
Yeah, it just kind of, your route just did not work.
It did for a while until it didn't.
It worked until it didn't, and unfortunately, the ways it didn't work, like your route was worse, I think, to start Chuckles, but then it worked out better in the
I
end.
feel like it was just the execution just went downhill as well. My shadow was absolutely dreadful. I almost died on Bongo.
We noticed.
I was really that's the most nervous I've been. Like, I've got people watching me over here. I've got whoever I'm restream watching. I've got, when you're in person, like, it's different when you're online because you can just like crawl into a corner and pretend that you don't exist. If I lost this game, I've got to go out and see 28 other OOTA players who are going to be kicking my ass and taking the piss out of me for the rest of the game. Like,
Honestly, I'm saying.
yeah.
That white noise and everything was kind of wild. I think that was the thing. Like,
Yeah,
I
it was
could
so
only
loud.
I could only hear myself think and not even hear myself think that well.
There
It
were
was-
some moments, just like some parts of it, like the Twin Rover fight. I was like, "Shut up!"
Yeah, it was very much just like brain off go, which I think
Stop,
affected.
shut up, you're so loud, ladies. Ladies, calm down.
Yeah.
It is definitely a bit different to play in person versus
Yeah,
online.
what an
You've got the
experience.
peanut gallery here.
Yeah.
Well, today's peanut gallery was non-existent because most everyone was racing.
Well,
but
but I kept on glancing over like every 15 minutes, and like the crowd doubled every single time as everybody finished their first games because we were quite late started.
yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to. I need to have a beer. I think that's what I need to do. Like
Yeah.
one beer, calm down, then get ready for the second race.
Oh yeah, because you're racing Pyra in about 40 minutes.
That's not going to happen. We'll.
Well, it might be a bit. Oh yeah, take a bit of a break.
Combined with apparently the tournament room's just been crazy. So
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
yeah.
we've,
So
the
it's
thing
probably,
is booked to the rafters.
yeah, I need to.
There is
disconnect.
177 group matches between LTTPR and OOTR alone. Which,
Solid stuff
so-
right there.
yeah.
And when is your next race, Lefty?
Same time.
Same time against Bear, but we would probably give it a little bit.
Yeah,
Do
no.
you know who won between Pyro and Bear? Are they still racing?
Let me go check. I also there's just a lot of things on this schedule. I apparently your thing against Bear isn't on the SG schedule. That's why I can't find it.
Oh, we might not have added it in.
Oh,
My bad.
it's in the crew list.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it? I might just be blind. Let me go.
Mine and
confirm.
Bear's match is tomorrow. That's why.
Nope, it is just straight up not on there, Lefty. Anyway, oh yeah, it's not on Mido's house either, so get those in. I know you discussed it, but SG staff does need to know when to expect you.
Yeah.
Right, though. But yeah, no, good luck to you both on your next matches. We've got plenty of other stuff happening. We'll come back here in about an hour and a half. Might be a little later, pending logistics, because in-person's fun for that.
Yep.
But we will have Ksinja versus Zephyr here on at 4 p.m. Eastern or thereabouts on this channel. You were asking about Pyra Bear. I don't think that's been reported yet.
They were probably just got into the room because of how busy it's been.
Yeah, there's a lot of races. 177 group matches for LTDPR and OTR alone, not counting everything
Six of the tournaments
else.
going on.
There's 11 total, not all of
11
which are
total.
starting yet, and a couple of which are very small.
Yeah.
Also, Heroes and Z1 are.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh well, let's go.
which has a nice 9 people this year, a significant improvement from last year. But yeah.
Yep.
How have the two of you found this GL in person so far? I know this is both your first time.
Yeah, it's really cool.
amazing.
I've been saying people I've been racing for the last 4 years, actually getting to meet them, put faces to the voices, has been very, very cool.
Yeah, it's just crazy, just like a crazy environment. Like it's just
It's so
yeah.
different from anything online.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, it's
Yeah.
different to be on Restream where you've got everyone looking at you.
Like I was on a stage. There's a stage here.
Yeah, there is an actual stage.
It's a platform.
Like, how wild was that?
I know,
Like,
yeah,
you're just
yeah.
like raised up above everybody.
Like, this is,
And then, if you're not being restreamed, there's an enormous room with rows and rows of
yeah, that's
tables.
it. Yeah, we should
Yep.
get pictures of those and post them in the Discord and things like that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool, and I'm glad you're both having fun.
Yeah.
I know you came quite a ways, Chuckles, for this.
All across a whole ocean to be here. Surprisingly, I'm British.
From what I hear, it's only a pond.
Yeah, that's what they say. Yeah. All right, I think it's lunchtime.
But yeah, no,
Yeah.
GG's to you both. We'll see you around for other things. So maybe we'll see you on volunteering as well.
Absolutely.
But I do believe that it is it here for us. Please do give both our runners a follow if you want to check them out after the event, Chuckles and Lefty. Thank you also to Also for joining me on the commentary, and to my co-admin Dostar, who was tracking and has gone for a lunch break himself.
Yeah. Nice.
All right, that's it for us, everyone, and I believe we're good to cut.
Bye.